Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Martin Truex Galaxy, the Arsenal Truex Galaxy podcast. I'm your host, Alonzo Ronnie Spencer. Joining me today, it's Russ and Tom. How are you guys doing today?
I didn't realise I was on the Martin Truex Galaxy podcast. You've been doing this so long, you forgot what the name of your show is, didn't you, Alonzo?
Yeah, it's been quite a while, Tom. So sometimes I do forget. Seeing how the NASCAR season just ended, 2 weeks ago now. So, yeah, it's all right though. And plus having an interval during this Arsenal season doesn't even help matters anyway because you forget Arsenal's even on TV sometimes.
How you doing, Russ? My apologies. Should have said hello.
Nice. I'm good, thank you.
Right.
Busy.
So, as we discussed in the background before the show started, what were your thoughts, you two, on the build-up to SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and how you felt about the heels and babyfaces during this time of the WWE Attitude Era? In my opinion, this kind of is a prelude to what's yet to come. The rivalries obviously have already been made, and we've seen the evolution of Kenny DX. We've seen Stone Cold become a superstar now. Bret Hart, obviously during this time, defeating the Undertaker at SummerSlam. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this era and this pay-per-view that we're about to watch?
Go on, Tom.
My apologies. In my mind, I was not in my mind, my actual body at the time. I was 12 years old. So basically, and in the UK, this aired. I think it would have started at 1 a.m. And spoiler, I didn't actually watch this show live. Apart from I got up in the middle of the night because basically I couldn't sleep. Partly because I was probably excited. It was a Survivor Series. It was WWF pay-per-view, and I was 12, so of course I was excited. Anyway, less of that, but still. And I was like, oh, I wonder what's going on. So then I went in my living room and turned on the TV, turned Sky on. I was like, oh, because I taped it, but then on VHS. But then I was like, let's just see what's going on. And basically, I walked in the room at the same time as basically Owen Hart was coming out. So basically, I got to see the pay-per-view from Owen Hart onwards, and the ending was really weird. For a 12-year-old, that wasn't on the internet or in the dirt sheet. So I don't even know what a fucking dirt sheet was in 1997. I would have thought it was just like smelly, get your smelly bit of paper away from my face, kind of thing. Like the joke is this dirty sheet. Anyway, what toilet roll, whatever. But still, and I've managed to say a lot of things without actually answering your question. But I only really cared about Stone Cold in '97.
Fair enough, Tom.
Keep in mind, at the time, I didn't fucking know that Bret hated Shawn and Shawn hated Bret. I mean, in hindsight, it's fucking obvious. Pardon my language. It's really obvious, in fact. I mean, basically, Stevie Wonder could probably sniff them out and go, I don't think they're fond of each other. He's blind, you see.
Russ, what were your thoughts?
Yeah. Right, well, I was just a little bit older than Tom, so I think I was 15 years old. So I didn't watch it live. I hadn't watched wrestling for quite a while, and this was actually the first pay-per-view that I actually watched. My friend had recorded it on videotape.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on videotape. So I borrowed it off him, and obviously I knew who all the players were, but I didn't know Stone Cold. was a few I didn't know. But yeah, it was like, because obviously I didn't know what was going on storyline. So I was just like, what the hell was going on? I just couldn't believe it. I was like, is this real? Is this for real? Because if Bret Hart's going, then I just I thought that he would never leave ever. Excuse me.
You know what's funny? When I saw this pay-per-view, it was one of those things where you flip around the cable channel, and I remember never forget it. Like our pay-per-view channel was channel 40, and I was like, I'd be dang. Star Series is on for free, and I was like, there's no way, because like, you know, it was really expensive in the States to watch pay-per-view, and by luck, it was on live, and I was like, wow. It's like maybe a special where I think the cable company just let us watch pay-per-view for free just to test it out. So I did. I watched it for free, which is a coincidence. And you guys ready to watch it?
Was it just on Sky Sports, Tom?
Yeah, to my knowledge, it was on Sky Sports. In Sky Sports 1 at 1 a.m. If you was to watch it live, obviously. But they would usually, if I remember rightly, they would do a replay of it on the Tuesday night at 9 p.m.
Yeah. As to say, it was the first pay-per-view I'd seen in years. I started noticing girls and stuff like that, so I didn't really watch much wrestling. But I was like, wow, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, is this for real? But obviously, he left, and that was it. And then it was like Alonso said, after that, I sort of started watching again just because, like, it was the beginning of the Attitude Era. Like, obviously, you get Vince start becoming his
Your audio is a bit like your mic is away from your face.
Here, you hear me?
Yeah, a lot better now. Sorry, mate.
No, it's fine. I think these are on the way out. But yeah, so obviously you got like Vince McMahon sort of getting his character starts becoming Mr. McMahon and all that sort of stuff. Obviously Stone Cold's on the rise. Yeah, it's interesting. It did pique my interest, to put it that way.
I mean, the real thing on this, although like we ain't really going to get so much the audio of it, but this is Jim Ross's like coming out party as such, because obviously this is the start of him actually becoming the lead commentator.
Yeah,
because for 3 or 4 years it's been Vince.
Yeah, Vince was always there.
Commentator, because he obviously couldn't. Well, in hindsight, it's obvious why he's not a commentator this night. But in the kayfabe, it was like there's so much tension backstage. I have to be there to maintain order. It's like, why have you got to be there to maintain order? You're just a commentator, Vince.
Yeah, you're not the owner or anything.
Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff.
So, Tom and Russ, this was called Survivor Series Gang Wars. Is that correct?
I believe it's Gang Rules.
Gang Rules.
That's right. All right.
Rati fighters.
Yeah.
That we never had over here. I don't.
It's the sort of thing that sounds really cool until you actually get into the minutiae of the fan. It's actually really shit.
Did I say Gang Wars? Jesus Christ. Gang Wars.
I mean, it's not on me to call anyone racist, but you know, let me go. So I'll just can't call Gary and get you cancelled. So what's that? Gary had authority to do that. But anyway, I'm joking, Alonso.
Do you guys want to go over the matches real quick, or do you just want to go for it?
Whatever you want to do, mate. It's your show.
Let's just go for it. We'll just talk it through, and what are your thoughts on the matches goes on, about who's wrestling and like that or that bit. So, all right, guys.
3 hours to talk shit.
You guys ready?
Do you want to do the countdown?
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, start.
I remember this promo, yeah.
So, in the audience, keep in mind that this is not Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels' first match. They've had marathon matches, I believe.
They've wrestled hundreds of times.
Mm-hmm. And they've all been good.
See, this was news to me because I'd never seen any of this before the first time I watched it.
I only watched WrestleMania 12 because I heard that Shawn had won. And I was like, oh, that's something I'd want to see. Don't get me wrong, in hindsight, that was one of the biggest mistakes of my life because basically Tom of 1996 convincing Tom of any age that WrestleMania 12's Iron Man match is any good is absolute lies. It's
I
not
think
good.
I rented it from Blockbuster, I think, and yeah, it's not a very good match.
I'd convinced myself like they just wrestled each other for an hour and it's really cool. When in hindsight, it wasn't remotely excited. There's about 2 spots in the match where like they did anything above like walking pace.
Oh, right. Right now we're seeing, at least I'm seeing like when they beat the Undertaker and how Shawn Michaels interfered in that match. And I was so pissed off whenever Shawn Michaels interfered because I knew something was going to go down between those two men. Or at least he'll make a difference in the match, and sure enough he did. Because he had to be a part of it, right?
I mean, the real crux of this situation is that Vince McMahon successfully played his 2 biggest stars against each other,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the outcome.
And they're both
He had to
heels.
make a decision.
By the time they're both heels, right? Ross and Tom. They're both heels.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, obviously not in Canada.
Oh, yeah, well, of course.
One is going to be a clear baby face on the night.
You know, to me, that whole summer, up until this point, was so incredibly done by Vince McMahon and creative, because there's that famous Raw where you had the Undertaker's belt being stolen, and then you had the 3-on-3 match, 5 match between Undertaker, Stone Cold, and Mankind, or had this Jack Love rather, versus Bret Hart and Owen and the British Bulldogs, and you had Brian Pillman interfere in that match. And I was like, that's the epitome of of what it was that summer was like, because it was always USA versus Canada, right?
Pillman was dead by then, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, Pillman's been dead for a month at this point. He died.
I was going to say, he wasn't in that match, was he? He was Bulldog, Neidhart, and the Fun and Furnace, wasn't it, I think?
No, this was
Yeah.
that was, I think, in July of Monday Night Raw, I think. So he was still alive.
Yeah, because that's when Steve Austin and Dude Love win the tag team championships, and then immediately after vacate them.
Mm-hmm.
Because of it, not immediately, I mean like a month later, because Steve Austin broke his neck, obviously.
Wow.
Which is probably not a really helpful thing for storylines when your tag team champion and Intercontinental champion is broke his neck in the match. It's not the best for going forwards. It's the best thing that happened to him, though.
The foreign announced tables.
Hello, Raymond Rougeau.
And Raymond Rougeau's dad.
Quite right, Russ.
Wasn't Ray Rougeau part of Quebecers?
Jacques Rougeau was. Ray Rougeau was not. He was part of the fabulous Rougeau brothers.
Oh, okay.
I love that team.
And I assume his dad was a wrestler in his own right.
I'm pretty sure his dad was quite a big wrestler in the territory days, in Canada specifically. Like, don't get me wrong, if he turned up in New York, they'd be like, who the fuck is this Frenchie?
Here you go, it's JBL.
I love how they...
Barry Windham.
Yeah, they just dyed his hair black and just went, you're the new Blackjacks.
They're both related to the old Blackjacks, though, aren't they?
JBL isn't, I believe.
Barry
Barry
Windham.
Windham just happens to be a big Texan.
Barry Windham was dad, wasn't he? In the WWCW World
This
Class.
is great. This is great. This is. It's just see what they said coming out. Road Dogg and
Quiz and quiz.
yeah,
Fuck,
Jesus.
He's some Chris, brother.
They're two. I hate these two fuckers.
New Age Outlaws time.
Mm.
Godwin.
I just
The
can't
Godwins,
believe
yeah.
that in a year's time for me, they're like one of the most over acts in wrestling.
Yeah, quite comical.
Well, I knew who Billy Gunn was. I think him and Barry Windham were the only two I did know.
I would have been more at the time. It would have been more a bit of so they finally actually decided to do something. The Rockabilly.
Possibility.
See, he'd been doing nothing for about 6 months at this point because he'd been saddled with Rockabilly.
I think
Like a death sentence.
I did Road Dogg. I think it came to me that he was with Jeff Jarrett at some point. It must have just come to me at some point.
I will never forget that wall whenever the New Age Outlaws put Cactus Jack and Terry Funk inside that crash can.
That was a WrestleMania, wasn't it?
No, that was Raw, I think it was.
Oh.
Right? What time was that?
Which
Say
is
that again, sorry, Alonso.
Wasn't it the New Age Outlaws that put Terry Funk and Cactus Jack?
Yeah, it's WrestleMania 14 now, the dumpster match.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
the dumpster match. Yeah, who won that? Was it the?
If I remember rightly, Cactus Jack and Funk won it, but because they actually went backstage and actually put them into a dumpster that was backstage, New Age Outlaws successfully argued that they wasn't put into the official dumpster of the match, and therefore they should not lose the championships. Well, actually, they actually successfully argued that they'd get a rematch, like a steel cage rematch, if I remember rightly, which then led to DX reforming with them in it. So I think X-Pac appeared, and so did Triple H. And then they battered Cactus Jack, which then led to Cactus Jack turning heel, because the beating he took then led to him getting fired the next week by Vince, if I remember rightly.
It's a shame Barry Windham didn't have his face paint on. Was he called the Stalker? Was he the Stalker or something?
He was the Stalker. The year before this, he was at the Survivor Series as the Stalker. He was apparently a heel, but then very quickly they were like, yeah, we can't actually have him being a heel as this character because it'll probably get us thrown off TV.
Tom, who was the Godwin's manager? Was it Harry Godwin, right? Henry Godwin? Is that his name?
Henry Godwin and
Hillbilly Jim.
Hillbilly Jim, that's right.
Hillbilly Jim, but when they turned heel, their manager was briefly Uncle Cleus.
Okay. Hillbilly Jim wasn't he like back in the cartoon era whenever he had, he was mates with Hulk Hogan?
Hillbilly Jim was from like the early, like the Hulkamania era, like early to mid 80s, really.
I'm sure he was in Rock and Wrestling.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
He was in that.
It was a great cartoon.
I know there's like an old timey wrestler that played Uncle Cleus.
Find out who it was.
Actually, it was Tony Anthony, as in T.L. Hopper.
Wow.
Right.
The janitor man, or whatever it was.
Not Duke the Dunster Josie.
Rockabilly.
No, it was not.
They should have been a tag team.
Apparently, Duke the Dumpster Josie is basically walking free as a man that probably shouldn't be due to the amount of sexual assault allegations been levied on him. Apparently, he was considered so lecherous by the WWF locker room that Bradshaw threatened to actually sexually assault him in the showers. And I don't know how true it is, but I heard it and I was like, I can't not tell that story.
I like these Survivor Series matches. I don't know why, but I just do.
Yeah, they're quite.
My
I
favourite
like
thing
them.
with these, sorry, go on, Alonso. Sorry,
Yeah, I
mate.
like them. I thought that it showed a lot of the hills and baby faces at the time, and you know, I liked it. I think it kind of showed who like they were kind of forced at times to be tag team partners, or at least to force them tag team partners. So it made things interesting. But I
We
didn't miss
want to
that
see this
concept.
every week. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead, Tom.
I was just going to say, is I wouldn't want to see this every week. Like, if they
No,
did
once a year is fine.
But yeah, like exactly, it's a once a year spectacle. It's fine because generally it ruins the kayfabe of wrestling. If you even think about it, half a second, you're like, why are people suddenly getting pinned by clotheslines, or people getting like knees in the back and then body slammed and pinned? Like it kills the immersion of it. But I'm fine with it on Survivor Series night. Because otherwise, if every Survivor Series match went like a normal wrestling match, we'd be here until 3 o'clock the next Monday. Because no match would end for like about 4 hours.
Yeah. Plus, if you had the bigger names in there, then it would take a long time as well.
Just pin someone with a clothesline. When's he ever pinned anyone with a clothesline, even without the Survivor Series? It's absurd. I love it. All the same. Like, funnily enough, when Solo Sikoa and his MFTs are going, spoiler, they're going to be in Survivor Series rules matches next week or in 2 weeks, wherever it is.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them are going to get pinned by stupid moves that they never get pinned by?
And Russ, how do you feel about that match?
As long as Tongaloa wins it, I'm fine.
Tongaloa.
That's the best.
I think Shinsuke Nakamura turning a babyface is a good idea. You know, I think so.
I just, my thing with him is basically, if you're not actually going to do anything with him, let him go to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he actually wants to or not, but still, I just get annoyed that every now and again they sit and think, well, we've got a tour of Japan coming up, so let's put him back on TV.
And then see how it works out.
Like when he, well, like when they gave him the character where he'd do the videos and it'd basically be subtitled, it was all animated and stuff. I fucking love that shit. Because you didn't really see it much. Well, not much, you didn't see it at all.
It's a shame that his brother passed away, Tom, whenever he did, because I thought that he was on his way back to being a good. He was on his way to becoming what he used to be, you know. And I think his brother passing away kind of took his toll on him mentally. Rightfully so, you know. I mean, that's your brother. Shinsuke?
Oh, I didn't know that happened to him.
Yeah, his
Who's
brother
that? Who?
His brother passed away.
His brother passed away.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, did it?
That explains a lot.
I think he's just running down his contract.
I get the impression I get, right, and you know, I'm never going to have a go at him in this because I'd love to be in a situation where you could basically like phone it in at your job and still get paid more than you would get in any other line of the same work. Because people are like, he'd go to AEW tomorrow. It's like, yeah, and he'll be injured within about a week, where him and wrestlers be kicking the shit out of each other, and they'll get injured. Because that's what happens to every. In AEW's injury list, it's fucking absurd.
I actually watched some the other day. I'm not surprised.
Is it because they're so careless, Tom, or is it because the matches are so rigorous.
I'll give them the credit. Like they go full force on it. Like if you buy an AEW ticket, I'll be very surprised if you come out of there and feel like they've not worked hard for your money.
Oh wow.
I'll give them that. Like, but at the same time, I'd be sitting there thinking, why wouldn't you want to sit in WWE and not work half as much for more money? Why would you not want that?
Speaking of AEW, isn't Mr. Ass on there as well?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's still amazing that he's actually still wrestling.
He pops up on all the clickbait pages. Every week there's at least one post about one of them will make a post about Billy Gunn going, you'd never believe how Billy Gunn looks at 60. It's like, mate, he looks as good as he did last week when you showed me.
It's not like I haven't seen him for 20 years.
Yeah, it's like I could pick that back. I mean, he's the biggest person that works there. Of course, I'm not going to. Of course, I'm going to recognise Billy Gunn. He's bigger than every single wrestler there. Because when he comes out and he's with the Acclaimed or whoever it is, and it's like, mate, you are literally bigger than everyone in that storyline. That is why you are not on TV at the moment, because I'll get you off TV immediately. Because if you're meant to, because the only person getting put over is Billy Gunn, by him being there. He just makes everyone else look bad by association / proximity, being around him. Because Billy Gunn's awesome.
Everyone in his orbit.
Is he still doing a famous?
Fallon Henley did a famous on NXT on Tuesday night, and I was like, Billy Gunn would be proud. He'd probably be too busy cracking one off to it.
To be fair, Tom and Russ, that was my favorite move.
Well, famous.
Yeah, famous. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool name.
Have we seen Bradshaw clothesline anyone yet? Because he's in his time of his career where he's actually like trying to prove himself. So whenever he does clothesline from hell, he's actually trying to kill people with it.
What are your thoughts on JBL, aka Bradshaw?
I enjoy watching him. I think
he's a big guy, isn't he?
He's a massive prick. He's a massive prick. He's a massive bully. But the fact of the matter is that I respect the fact that he's doing this because he enjoys it, because he's already rich enough to not need to do it.
Well, the thing was, I couldn't get was one day he was in the APA and then the next day he was JBL.
That was quite jarring. To be fair though, they actually do foreshadow that a lot. The fact that, like, when he got injured for about a year. I think in 2002 he was on Raw. He'd been drafted to Raw because they separated the APA because they tried to make Farouk a thing on SmackDown. Failed, obviously. But then they were like, "Oh, Bradshaw's out for a year, and when Bradshaw comes back, we're going to bring back the APA." But he came back as Bradshaw, as JBL, essentially. He wasn't doing JBL, but he had the look, if you get what I mean. Like, he had no longer dyed his hair black, basically. He turned up as John Bradshaw Layfield, but he was like, I'm in the APA, with a t-shirt and all that. Which, in hindsight, Russ, is probably the first clue that they were going to do something with him.
But, come on, Russ, you know it's funny how remember the Undertaker had his, like, corporate, the ministry, right? The Ministry of Darkness, right?
Yeah.
And I wonder the timeline between, you know, Bradshaw, right, and the Acolytes with him and Farouk, aka Ron Simmons. The timeline between that right here and then the Acolytes. Well, I wonder like how that came about because
it's about 6 months.
Is that really?
If I remember rightly, I think in Fully Loaded 98.
Clothesline.
He wrestled. Oh my god. I wouldn't usually look for this, but he clotheslined Road Dogg so hard that I'm checking to see if he knocked his dick stiff.
He shit himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Tom. Carry on.
If I remember rightly, and I could totally be wrong on this, I think they basically had like a match with I think it was Too Cold Scorpio and JBL or Bradshaw versus Terry Funk and it was Ron Simmons. It was Ron Simmons, Ron Simmons, Bradshaw. But they were on opposite teams. I think Bradshaw was with Terry Funk, and I think the other one, Farouk, was with Scorpio. But then basically during the match, they basically Bradshaw got fucked off and turned on Terry Funk. And then basically they just started battering them. And then they were like, oh, they're a team now.
Because wasn't Farouk still with the Nation Domination?
No, they had ended for about 2 or 3 months at that point.
Oh, okay. So this was like 1998?
He got kicked out by The Rock, didn't he?
But yeah, The Rock, they kicked him out, of course, or on behalf of The Rock, obviously. And basically they'd done this thing where like they were going to make Farouk a star, but not really, because it was all really to push The Rock more than anything. So then Farouk was left to do nothing. And they were like, oh, well then what can we do with him? Well, Bradshaw's not doing anything, and they're probably mates backstage bullying people. We'll just make our own version of the Steiner brothers, but a bit shitter.
Which one is this, Mosh or?
I believe Thrasher is I think Thrasher's the taller one.
Yeah, so it's Thrasher.
I was going to say the bolder one, but that wouldn't mean anything.
That was nowhere near his head. Honestly, he didn't. He was about a foot away from him on that leg drop.
To say he actually hit that leg drop is generous, because he didn't.
He was nowhere near him. Just about to give him a blowjob. So, just for the record, Billy Gunn and Road Dogg have won this match. They are the sole survivors. He was nowhere near him.
I like how they get a replay from the angle that makes it more egregious.
Look horrendously bad, yeah.
I want to see the angle where it obviously doesn't connect with his head.
Well,
John Ross.
Oh, is it a Truth Commission?
Holy shit.
I think this is probably the worst match of the whole lot. But this pay-per-view was, in my mind, all the matches pretty good apart from this one.
I would argue the worst match is the Steve Austin match, because it's not really a match. It's basically Steve Austin comes out and just mauls Owen for about 4 minutes.
But this Truth
But it's hot. People will love it. This is dog shit. Yes, you're right. This is dog shit.
The Kurgan
the Don Callis family is in this match.
In the AEW.
Yeah. He's actually wrestling for some reason.
And the Kurgan what was it? What's it called?
Ended up becoming the Oddities.
The Oddities. With the Juggalos.
Oh, look, and it's Brooks Jensen's son. Bob Buchanan is in the match.
Oh, Bob Buchanan, yeah.
Wasn't he that movie Troy, Tom?
He may have been. You might be thinking of Nathan Jones.
Wasn't the Jackal? I assume he was a wrestler at some point.
Jackal. ECW?
I think he was, but then they obviously...
He was Cyrus in ECW, wasn't he?
Cyrus the Virus.
Oh, it's the racist twins.
Crush.
And the fake Undertaker.
I'll throw up your 88 flares. It's the Harris brothers. and the Cucktaker.
Yeah. Jacob and Eli Blue, or whatever they were called.
Yeah.
phenomenal booker.
I quite like Crush. I thought he wasn't terrible.
He really wasn't terrible. I'm going to roast him on a weekly basis when he does show up, but still, he.
Wasn't he in tag team with Adam Bomb at
Yeah,
WCW?
WCW. Yeah.
Ironic, and we watched it on the Mr.
That's right.
Truex Galaxy podcast. Bash at the beach, baby.
Wasn't that your pick, Russ?
Oh yeah, quite possibly.
I'm waiting for WWE, and I assume it's going to happen next summer. Could totally be wrong, but they're going to on the vault. I think they're waiting for the 30-year anniversary. They're going to do Bash at the Beach '96 on YouTube, surely.
All right.
The heel turn for Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Why
why
would
they
you
just
do it now if next year you can have 30-year anniversary or whatever?
Correct.
I mean, really, just put it up now, but because I'm greedy, but still, just like if you're going to do that sort of thing, you just hold off on it a bit, I imagine. Other than Halloween Havoc '95, of course, that would have been a great anniversary. I think that's already on YouTube. That pay-per-view is absolute dross, by the way, but it has the Yeti.
Tom, what was Kevin Sullivan? What was that team called?
Taskmaster.
Dungeon of Doom.
Dungeon of Doom.
I love the Taskmaster. The best. He's not the best, but he is in the. He's not the best, but he's kind of way.
As a wrestler, he's not great.
Yeah.
That's good heel though.
2, 3 already. Underfaker's gone.
I could be wrong, but I do believe that Kurgan just runs through this lot. Kurgan just runs through the racists.
Definitely build into something that never actually paid off.
Yeah. Well, the real thing that hurt them as a group is Brett leaving, because the person that was actually pushing this behind the scenes was Brett. Because this was kind of a Brett idea, because when they were transitioning Brett into being an agent, this is one of his ideas, because he got one of his actor mates in from South Africa to actually play the commandant. But I think they've got rid of him at this point, if I remember rightly. Well, obviously he already be there, but
he went back to South Africa, I think.
Yeah.
Either that or he couldn't get work visa or something. Okay, it was some story behind it.
But it was definitely like a Brett idea, because Brett was like, "This is my mate. Can we get him a job?" Oh look, it's Don Callis being terrible. He's actually doing quite a good job here of basically while not hurting this Nazi. The irony of the Nazis feuding with the racists. It's basically like 1A feuding with 1B.
It's like a Spider-Man meme, isn't it?
Yeah.
So who's he? So right, you've got Kurgan, you've got Bull Buchanan. Who's the other guy?
Sniper and Bull Buchanan Recon, if I remember rightly, and I think Sniper is this shit.
He never did anything else in wrestling.
Yeah. I do believe he teamed up with Bull Buchanan in the WrestleMania 14 Battle Royal, and that was it. The tag team Battle Royal, sorry. And that Battle Royal's claim to fame, as silly as this will sound, is actually the footage they use anytime they try to promote the anarchy of the Royal Rumble. They go, "Look at the Royal Rumble, 30 men," because you see all the men rush the ring for the WrestleMania Battle Royal. It's like, that's not a Royal Rumble, mate.
Oh, God. Not this
It's
joke
in
again.
WrestleMania 14 Tag Team Battle Royal because you know you've got loads of fucking people hitting the ring at the same time. It makes for a fucking spectacular visual.
It
But
does. It's a
you're
great
actually
visual.
promoted. Don't get me wrong, I totally get why they've done it, but it's still wrong. Arnold, John Callis is on commentary. Imagine that.
To be fair, he's not half bad.
He's really not.
They could have easily found a job for him on Superstars or something.
I think the part of the reason it really didn't work out for him here is because they just didn't like him. I think that a lot of the wrestlers just thought he was a prick. But also, again, probably because he liked Brett. Like, do you notice why Ken Shamrock's push kind of stopped? Because Brett wasn't around to sort of vouch for him.
That was a clothesline from hell.
So who the skinheads known for besides this?
Sorry, say that again, Alonso.
The bald headed guys, the skinheads. What were they known for besides being the OA?
They were Jacob
Blue
and Eli
Brothers
in 1995, and they were in WCW. And I can't remember what their name was, but they were basically like Russo's henchmen.
Yeah, but yeah, so they had hair in 90, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's the Blue Brothers. They had hair.
No,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Russ said it about 10 minutes ago, to be fair to him. No, he was exactly right. They were Jacob and Eli Blue, where they were married, managed by Uncle Zebekiah, who was Zeb Cole.
I think they were just Ron and Don Harris in WCW.
Yes, that sounds right.
Well, they were called Creative Control, but
yes,
they were still
Don
Harris.
I could totally be wrong, but they also popped up in early TNA probably as, again, Russo security probably. I could totally be wrong.
Yeah, I think they were. Yeah, they were in TNA. You're right.
I knew the best was Creative Control afterwards.
I think that's a great name for them because what else are you going to call them other than two racist bellends?
So, but weren't they also like a part of the next nomination when it first came out?
No.
As the bodyguards? Or okay.
No, you're thinking of is it Jamie Dundee and what is the actual gimmick name they gave him? They were two little rappers, but they what was it? PG-13, I think they called
PG-13. Yeah.
Okay.
If you had two rappers, you had the lawyer Clarence Mason.
Yeah.
You had.
They were literally like the Nation of Islam. It was great. I'm googling now.
Crush was in it, wasn't he? Crush was in it.
Oh, JC Ice.
Crush is in what time?
Rubbish.
Yeah, JC Ice. Can't remember the name of the other one. PG-13. Wolfie D.
Wolfie D, that's it.
But yeah, basically, I get why you would think of them, but they are nothing like the Harris brothers at all. Because I believe basically the Harris brothers eat them for breakfast. Don't get me wrong, they're probably 100 times better wrestlers than Harris brothers, but you know, wrestling's very rarely positional merit, is it? As I say all the time, if wrestling was remotely booked like it was real, Arn Anderson would be your world champion.
So would Haku.
They would, if the worst thing you'd need is them to be in a match against each other because it would still be going. Even Arn Anderson, he can barely lift his left arm. He would still be using his right arm to fucking swat Haku off like a fly.
Kurgan.
Crush is trying to lift Kurgan. Let's see how it goes for him.
Kurgan's been in a few films, hasn't he?
He has.
Is it 300?
Yeah, he turned up in one of the Sherlock Holmes films.
Oh, correct. Yes, he did with
He
Robert
gets
Downey
into a
Jr.
punch-up with Robert Downey Jr., doesn't he?
Yes, I think it's the second one. I think.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
I quite like those films.
Yep, he puts him over. Kurgan puts him over, which is generous of him. That was nice, huh?
Don't see very many of those, do you?
No.
A sidewalk slam is not a finisher. I don't care what you say.
I suppose it is if Kurgan does it. But one thing I will say, when you say about moves that you don't see much anymore, shows you a move that is practically extinct. The classic Mr. Tom back rake.
Hogan used to
the
love
back rake anymore.
Hogan loved one of them.
I love seeing a back rake because it just shows that you're an absolute shyster with nothing in the arsenal. It's amazing.
We're going to see great things from Kurgan. No, you're not.
Yeah, already.
My favourite.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Like, Jim, you're literally the head of talent relations. You know it's not going to happen.
The classic.
They could have put him in a world title match quite easily.
Could you trust him? I suspect the reason it doesn't happen is can you trust him to actually go one-on-one safely with Steve Austin in '98?
Not coming off that neck break.
I mean, I'd book the match tomorrow just because I'm a sadist, but it probably wouldn't be for the best for Steve Austin's personal health, I suspect. That sidewalk slam alone would fucking end his career long before 1999. And I'd book it so he would personally turn to the camera and go, "What do you say about the sidewalk slam being shit, Russ Morgan?"
I didn't say it was shit. Just as like you shouldn't win a match with it.
So original.
Book him to actually win a match with it. Go try and kick it out after he does it.
I would. On purpose.
Yeah, I've gone to advert.
I'll say to Vince, I'm not getting pinned by a sidewalk slam. I'm sorry.
So
give me a choke slam or something else, but just not a sidewalk slam.
Actually, I'll tell you the move that I actually think is even more egregious, or even more, stretching the credibility. Sidewalk slam. What would you make of the boss man slam? I'd literally just be putting you down very politely.
The boss man slam.
I like the boss man slam, because I just think it looks great. But
I like it.
Within the kayfabe of it, again, who are you pinning with that? Apart from the Red Rooster or something like that.
Oh no, man!
All the jobbers, man.
The Brooklyn Bowlers, more like
Nails.
Hey, K Squared is here.
Kevin
Steve
Kelly.
Austin giving out to the internet, getting in there early. Head of his
Look at those laptops, man. That is a height of technology. Steve Austin's like, what is going on? I'm just sitting here talking to this man.
My neck hurts.
Is he typing what I'm saying?
I like Steve Austin how he does his best. Like, I'm actually quite interested in what you're doing, face. Like, he's actually like looking at the computer like I can actually half believe he knows what's going on. He doesn't. Knowing Shawn Michaels sits there and he's pressing a laptop.
Yeah.
And the amount of gifs I've seen where he presses it and something explodes. He's killed so many people by pressing that laptop.
This was a good match coming up.
Yeah, because like they all had like the American side versus
Team
What?
Canada,
Raw.
Team USA. Vader as a face, lovely.
Team USA versus Team Canada. Oh my god, my favourite wrestler in the world is about to actually make his debut.
Steve Blackman.
My boy, Steve motherfucking Blackman.
Tell you, Furnace and LaFon weren't bad hands either, to be fair.
So good. When I first saw them in early '97, I was like, these are going to be the tag team champions.
They
But
should
then
have been. I
Bret
don't know.
Hart turned around and went, I don't think they should be the tag team champions, and so they weren't.
Is that what he said?
Well, no, he's probably mates with them. But obviously, to sell the Hart Foundation angle, it kind of worked better with Davey and Owen having the belts, I would have thought.
Oh, yeah.
So if they then did the angle, but then lost to Furnace and LaFon, it fucking undercut the whole thing.
I just don't what happened to them? Why did they leave?
I imagine it was partly because I think one of them got injured.
Sable is my favourite at this point. As a 15-year-old boy, raging hormones.
I remember first getting the videotape of the 1997 Slammy Awards when she does a bikini contest. And I wore that tape out. I have no shame in telling you, I wore that tape out, especially when it was her part of the bikini contest. And it was like, Ain't it amazing how Sable has the body of a 21-year-old but the face of a 49-year-old in 1997?
I used to love Gold Dust as well, man. Oh my god.
Gold Dust has just turned heel. They've just done the angle with it. He's basically
broken up with his wife, and
yeah. He's just told that Marlena he doesn't, because obviously she was going to turn heel. Obviously, you can't really have her turn heel when Brian Pillman died. But what I believe was going to happen is that when she went with him for a month, because he lost to Pillman, I think it was a Ground Zero. So they were going to do this whole thing where like she came back and everything was fine, but it turns out she's got like Stockholm syndrome and it just turns on Dustin. Which everything points to that in hindsight.
Kurt Angle's music before Kurt Angle debuted. It's nice hearing it without "You Suck."
Hey Tom, is this it where like Goldust started becoming really weird, like dressing like a woman? And
yeah,
all that
it was.
stuff?
Yeah, it was before it became Blue Dust or whatever with Luna.
Allegedly, he did pitch the idea where actually WWF would pay for him to have a boob job. And he actually wanted to have a pair of massive tits. Vince McMahon went, no, that's too far.
There's a pair of massive tits behind him. Holy shit.
Believe I'm about 10-15 seconds behind you because I've got Kurt Angle's music has just started and the Canadian audience is not chanting "You suck."
Exactly, that's not good. As I said, it was nice not to hear "You suck" every 2 seconds. It just shows you that this was just sort of WWE stock music, just lying around. I give it to Kurt Angle.
Well, the worst part of this is that it's meant to be for the Patriot.
The Patriots music.
But he's not even in the match they're using it for.
Was he injured? Did he get injured at some point?
Yes, he did get, because I don't think he really comes back.
I don't think he does come back. Like, I saw he fought Bret Hart, and that was it.
Because he came out and
I think Bret's main thing before he went out was basically, I'm not going to put this cunt over. Even though he did put him over, to be fair to him. The Patriot pinned him on Raw before SummerSlam.
I love this. This is like this team. It's Team Canada. There's only one of them's Canadian, and he doesn't talk very much.
Isn't one of Furnace on the Fon Canadian though?
Well, Lafon is, you would have thought.
Lafon.
Yeah, Doug Furnace is American. But as I say, yeah, Lafon's the only Canadian bloke in
Yeah,
this match.
yeah, because I was about to say, isn't Neidhart Canadian, but he's not, is he?
He's clearly not. No, he's from Las Vegas, isn't he, or something?
Yeah, because for some reason in my mind, I heard in my mind he's from Reno, Nevada, and I've heard his intro about 700 times in my life. So yeah, you're right, Ross. He's not Canadian.
So is Natalia Neidhart's mom married to Jim Neidhart?
Well,
I
she
believe
was. He's dead now.
Neidhart was married to Brett's sister.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Natalia's dad.
Yeah. And again, don't get me wrong, I respect Natalia, or Natalie, or what her actual name is. I respect her as a wrestler immensely. But I'm sick of her turning up on TV. Don't get me wrong, she will never get away from this because you're too far gone. But she spent the last, nearly 20 years on TV with her character being, my dad used to work here.
And Brett's my uncle.
And my uncle also used to work here and he's slightly more successful.
Slightly.
She's fine as a wrestler. I have no issue.
She's a great professional wrestler. The problem is for us is that she was before the time when it would have actually mattered.
She was ahead of her time. Yes, absolutely correct.
I feel with him like you do, Tom. I think that he uses the whole my dad is Jim Neidhart and my uncle is Bret Hart kind of thing a lot of times.
Yeah, but that's fine. But just let's not take it away from her. She is a good wrestler.
She's a fantastic wrestler. And I think that showed itself a lot more recently on the stuff she's done outside of WWE. Like when she turns up on fucking Bloodsport or whatever. And it's like, and she looks like a fucking psychopath with her cornrows or whatever. It's like, yeah.
His name is Neidhart. I mean, that's really weird how he married a woman probably called Hart anyway.
Yes, it's one of life's great coincidences.
Be right back.
On this night, I can imagine Stu Hart was sat there thinking, what about the anvil?
Yeah, I don't know why he loved him so much.
Because apparently, I don't actually. I mean, to be fair, the one of all the things you can say about Bret Hart, most of the things he says, I can believe is true. But when he's writing things like Stu Hart would constantly be phoning Vince, going, "Have you got any work for Jim?"
What was that masked wrestler? Who was it?
Yeah, that was how Who came about. It's like, have you got anything for Jim to put a bit of money in his pocket? When what he really means is money in Ellie's pocket.
Yeah, I mean, even if they put Jim on like 100k a year or something, 50k a year, it's probably been all right.
Of course. Keep in mind that at that time, and I know this is about to sound really silly as a sentence, but taking Jim Neidhart so WCW doesn't is kind of probably important to Vince to some extent in 1996. By the end of 97, 98, I'm pretty sure the only one he didn't want to lose was Owen. Which is quite obvious.
I don't know. That's the thing, though. I don't know why Davey shouldn't have left. Really,
David bought himself out of his contract. Otherwise, he wouldn't have left. Well, Vince wouldn't have let him leave, but Davey basically paid Vince to let him go, essentially. Whereas Owen would have paid Vince, but he went never. There was no amount of money he could have given Vince that would have had Vince let him go to WCW, from my understanding.
WCW.
The irony is, if they had have let him go, what would he have done in WCW that would have been of any value? As good as he is, and I'm not saying to be horrible to him, but it's not like he's going to turn up in WCW and pin Hogan on fucking Bash at the Beach.
That is a big old slam he's done on Vader. Jeez.
That's very impressive.
Who they're talking about?
Bulldog just slammed Owen,
Oh,
not Vader. Sorry.
Yeah, he just slammed Vader straight like.
I mean, the contract with we talking about British Bulldog.
Yeah. Let's say this is his last WWE match, isn't it? Well,
No.
WWF match until he came back.
Yeah.
Later on.
It's his last WWF match as a
Heart Foundation.
What's the word to be kind? As a fully functioning adult human. Because in between here and his return in '99, he breaks his back, doesn't he, on the Ultimate Warrior's trapdoor at Full Ball?
He does, yeah.
Oh, hello, Sable.
He's on painkillers and all sorts.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever see the Vice Dark Side of the Ring episode about the Dynamite Kid?
What do you mean about Dynamite Kid, Alonso?
The documentary that Vice did on the Dark Side of the Ring.
I've seen bits of it.
I think I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, so to me, it's really sad. So as a kid, right, I was really a big fan of the British Bulldogs because of Matilda, right?
So you're a fan of them because of the dog.
Right. Well, she was lovely. Anyway, so
Matilda or Winston? Which one?
What's that, Russ?
No, so there's Winston and Matilda. So obviously, depending on what town they were in, they had to get a dog from each town, so it wasn't the same dog. They used hundreds of dogs, I would imagine.
I guess Matilda was better known here, I guess. But I always want
the one. Sorry, Alonso, go on, mate.
Matilda. So, sorry, Tom. So, as a kid, you know how there's always British Bulldogs that always come out, and never Davey Boy Smith, right? Or, Dynamite Kid, right? You never knew what really happened to him, other than as a kid you wondered if he passed away, or was he just hurt all the time. But finally seeing that documentary kind of brought some closure, because as a kid that was my favorite tag team, and like what happened to Dynamite Kid, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know he was on all those painkillers. I didn't know he got hurt really bad. So I was always wondering what happened to him.
Yeah, he always had a lot of concussions anyway, but yeah, he was a fucker though. He used to hit people with coins and shit.
I would say I don't speak ill of the dead or whatever, but he's a fucking arsehole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he was never around his family and all that.
Yeah, but I think he just got fucked up, like, 'cause he was married into the Hart family as well, wasn't he?
He was in Calgary.
You're probably right, Russ, though.
But then he, obviously, he left for WWE. Well, did he walk out? And he wanted Davey Boy to follow him. Davey Boy didn't. Davey Boy stayed, and then he went to Japan.
I know the scar on that one. No, he did not marry into the Hart family.
He was in a Stampede,
he had two
right?
wives. None of them were Harts.
But I think he did work in the Calgary Stampede wrestling.
Actually, no. I'm kind of right, but I'm not right. He divorced his first wife, who was the sister of Bret Hart's wife.
Yeah, so it's not a Hart directly.
Yes, yeah. So she's not a Hart, but she had Hart in her.
She had Hart up her.
Yeah. I mean, I will be fair. Julie Hart is one of the toughest women on earth because she made Triple H look like a 2 feet midget. And wrestling with shadows when she stood there in that alley, not the alley, what would you call it, the concourse or whatever, and she was telling me, if I find out you had something to do with this, God will come for you. And he had to stand there because he's looking down because he knows damn well he's involved in what's going on. And she just fucking went for him. It was fantastic. But still. So I was saying, what's his name, Dynamite Kid, he and they left. I think they were unhappy with paydays. Totally wrong there. And obviously, I don't think they liked the handling of their feud with the Rougeau brothers backstage in terms of basically.
He knocked his teeth out, didn't he, or something?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they Vince did pay for the dental work after they knocked his teeth out because he was picking on them. And it's like, yeah, I mean, they're brothers. Why are you starting on a pair of brothers like they're not going to fuck you up? I mean, they're pro wrestlers, Tommy. Anyway, he back. I think they were in Japan because there was a thing that Vince McMahon was there at this show where they were doing the promoting because they ended up doing a tour in 1991, if I remember, in Japan. But in 1990, Vince was there as part of this thing to promote it. And basically, Vince was joking around with them and all that. And he said to them, "Oh, well, you're going to come back to work for us." And because Dynamite Kid turned around and said something along the lines of, "I'll never work for you again, you cunt." Vince laughed it off, but deep down he was absolutely seething. Because obviously, well, we can imagine. And Davey Boy Smith knew that was the moment where it's like, if I'm ever going to go back there, it's got to be as soon as possible because otherwise Dynamite Kid's not going to be allowed. But Dynamite Kid took that as a personal affront, as in you're betraying me kind of thing. It's like, mate, I didn't stand there and I didn't make you call Vince McMahon a cunt.
Hey, sorry, Tom and Russ.
He is, but still, sorry, what was that, Alonzo?
Did you see that Mark Merrill comes over the top rope and you see how he hurt a furnace?
But that was one of his moves, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the way he landed on him, and the way
it wasn't great.
Walked off was like, wow.
They call it Marvelosity, or was it that or Wild Thing? One of them. I know Wild Thing was the
Wild Man.
Yeah, but the movie did where he did the shooting star press. I think they called it Wild Thing until he turned heel or he came back here and then did the old wife beating gimmick, which it was supposed to be. Obviously, they didn't go fully through with it. Partly because they wanted Butterbean to be involved in it, and he was like, "No one's going to believe that. Sable will leave me for Butterbean."
Yeah, let's say Dynamite Kid. I mean, he obviously made a few errors in his life, and obviously had some bad injuries. Couldn't walk at the end of it. Was in a wheelchair. It was a shame because he was a bloody innovative wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's basically, and I know this might sound controversial, but he's basically Chris Benoit's favourite wrestler. Which is, in hindsight, is probably not the best role model as such, but, you know, given what happened, but they're both very good at wrestling, so it makes a lot of sense.
He's very good at the wrestling. All the boys want Sable to stay.
Sorry, what's that, Ross?
I say all the boys want Sable to stay.
Yeah.
Is this where like Vader turned heel and just beats up Goldust?
No, Vader's face.
I mean, after this though.
Vader's not a long turned face, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, because he saved Steve Blackman, so he's face.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but after this.
No, he was never a heel after this, from what I recall.
No, he stays. While he's in WWF, he stays because they've already murdered him as a killer heel.
Okay.
they've killed that off because he didn't beat Sean for the belt. They've ended that. He was never coming back from that.
Cause didn't Vader lose to Shawn Michaels in '95, or was that
SummerSlam '96? And it wasn't just the fact that Sean beat him. It was the fact that Sean beat him while actively cussing him for fucking up spots during the match.
That's right.
And like, I didn't really notice it as a kid, but obviously when you're getting a bit older and you're observing, it's like he's actually giving out to him during the match about fucking up the spots. And by fucking up the spots, I mean like for Shawn Michaels' perfectionist level spots, but he's probably not really fucking anything up.
Cause doesn't Goldust turn on Vader then?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was going to say.
Well, because he's reluctant in getting in the ring, I do believe in a minute he throws him in.
That's right. Okay, that's what I remember.
And then that's why they start feuding, sort of thing.
The ref just saw that blatant low blow there.
To be fair, I mean, I know you are the official referee adjudicator channel, of course, but it feels very much like what would you say, like a home crowd referee?
Who is this ref? I can't think of his name.
I have that information. Just bear with me a second.
He looks like an Iranian descent.
Oh my god.
Looks like an Iranian. Right, I'll tell you referees on this show are, and we can do like we can work it out via.
Well, no, I've already seen Jack Doan. I assume Earl Hebner will be in at some point.
Oh no, the thing I look at doesn't actually have the thing in there.
This is Jimmy Corderas, isn't it, I assume?
It's probably a young Jimmy Corderas.
Yeah, it is.
Oh no, the referee list, right, is Mike Chioda, Jack Doan, Earl Hebner, Jim Corderas, and Tim White. So yeah, it probably is. It's probably your boy Corderas, who he's basically no one's boy on Twitter anymore. Fucking hell.
That was unbelievable.
We're now coming up. I was telling Tony, Tony was like, are you going to go on there and watch this? I was like, yeah, I'm going on there solely to give out about Kane versus Mankind.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Where they do the every 10 years or so they try and go back to this experiment of basically, why don't we give a wrestler specific lighting? We're going to have Kane wrestle the match under Virtual Boy rules. If you've ever played the Virtual Boy from the early 90s, where the games are all red and black, and it's basically, this is Kane's lighting for this match. And it goes so well that they never do it again.
Russ and Tom, do you think that Goldust would have been better off with the oddities?
No. My short answer to that.
Especially during this phase of his wrestling career.
He would have been better off not being a known cocaine thing.
Yeah.
And he'll probably be the first to tell you that. If
Bulldog's got the ring bell.
He wouldn't have still been in wrestling.
What was his name in WCW, or his later years in WCW, Tom?
He was the Natural, Dustin Rhodes, and then
The Natural.
They tried to bring him in at 7, but then immediately had him shoot on the character. They basically dressed him up to look like a child predator.
That was an interesting character. for him.
Oh my god, that bell shot is phenomenal.
Him versus Blacktop Bully was quite good.
Oh my god, you're talking about one of my favourite WCW matches. King of the Road, baby. King of the Road.
The Natural music was quite good.
They call him Natural.
Him and Barry Windham were a good tag team.
American males.
American males.
American males. Say you run, gotta run for cover. I can't weekend lover.
American males.
I love it. It's the best. It's the worst, which means it's the best.
So Tom and Russ, did you know the Molson Center was a place where the Montreal Canadiens play hockey?
I believe that is the case.
It must be.
I do believe this is the same building that a couple of years ago Sami Zayn returned to as Intercontinental Champion. They did the whole thing where like he entered through the front entrance and went through the crowd. It's the same building.
Isn't Molson a beer, Alonso?
Yep.
Yes.
Sure is.
Do you like it?
So it's not bad, but my uncles will always buy Moosehead from in the States. They will always their preference was Moosehead, and they also had Labatt.
Labatt's, it tastes like, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Tastes like piss. I wonder if the Super Supper Sweepstake winner went out with Steve Austin.
Do you know there's a Canadian wrestling personality? I think she's a manager, but she's on Twitter. Her name's Kimberly Ford. Look, very very solid citizen, respectable looking woman. But she won as a teenager. She won a WWF contest to actually go for dinner with Bret Hart on the night of Survivor Series '97, and she quite. To be fair to her, she ever since she always crops up on Twitter with this. Bret still honoured that agreement, despite what happened at Survivor Series '97.
Really?
Bret still went for the dinner, honoured the flight. She was meant to go through. Her and her mate would get to meet Bret Hart and have a meal with him, and he still turned up for it because he's like, "No, you won," and she expected him to not turn up, but he did.
Wow.
Because Bret thinks it's real. Don't get me wrong.
Got paid to do it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that to even mock him, really. Just more, that's his mentality. Basically, he wants to be a wrestler that everyone loves. The fans, I mean.
This Kane thing was amazing when I first saw it. I was going like, what is this?
Obviously,
I didn't know. I was just like, what is going on here?
Despite how dumb it is, if you put a shred of scrutiny over it, because the biggest issue with this is I can't believe that Paul Bearer would get anyone pregnant.
This must be the last cartoony type character to have got over, I would imagine.
Well, the thing about it, in my opinion, Russ and Tom, is that they had a way of making it so believable as a kid that you were really not scared, but kind of worried about the Undertaker and how you can make the argument that it kind of hit close to home.
His tombstone looks a bit dangerous though at this point.
But this is also the point where Undertaker is also a top contender for the belt prior to this, rather. So, thinking about it, like you had Undertaker and Mankind doing their bit, right? And then you had Cactus Jack or Dude Love, rather. Undertaker's at this point nemesis fighting basically for him.
Fear. Like basically, whenever the lights went out and the music started, I had nightmares over that music.
The music was pretty cool.
because it was all like it's literally like Michael Myers to me as a 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm. So was Van kind of upset because Pablo turned on him?
Yes.
Okay.
And also the fact that he's just choke slam Dude Love about 10 times. We've just seen the same choke slam 10 times. And I assume that turned him a bit mad.
Yeah. He decimated him. It's because he attacked Dude Love and not Mankind.
So did Kane already play the Undertaker at this point? I forgot.
Undertaker's gone because he basically doesn't want to fight Kane, so he left.
Interesting.
Taker's not on this pay-per-view, is
Yeah,
it?
No.
Taker's gone. Taker, you don't see Taker until DX in your house, I believe. When they put him up against a premier athlete, JEFF, JARIIEET. I love me some Jeff Jarrett.
A very competent wrestler.
Oh, beyond ice, so good. That check ain't gonna cash itself just by looking at it.
Yes, Steve. You'll never make it in this business.
What you're doing is blasphemy. I'm gonna kill my main event push in the first promo back in the company.
Wasn't he Honky Tonk's protege?
Oh, Jeff Jarrett?
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
Honky was gone at that point in Jarrett first. He would have been. You're not totally wrong in the fact that if Jarrett had come in when Honky was there, he would have been in Rhythm and Blues pop. That would have been the new Rhythm and Blues, I'm guessing.
Oh, he was in Southern wasn't he tag team with
Honky Tonk Man was in tag team with Greg the Hammer Valentine.
right.
And they convinced him to dye his hair black. He looked ridiculous. Even to this day, I cannot imagine why he. Well, no, I know the reason why. It's because they paid him. But this match is very good, but no one's able to see it.
Wasn't Road Dogg Jesse James in tag team with Jeff Jarrett?
Yes,
Okay.
he was the roadie for Jeff Jarrett.
Okay, that's right. The roadie.
Hence why he started calling himself I'm the Road Dogg.
Road Dogg.
Road Dogg. I like this version of the Mankind thing.
Then Tom, who was Prison Justice?
That is the Godwins.
Okay, that's right.
When they basically stopped being Henry Godwin. I believe they started wrestling under their real names.
Okay.
I believe it was Mark Canterbury and Dennis Knight.
Dennis Knight. AKA Canyon.
Mm-hmm. And also known as Naked Million. Less said about that, the better.
Naked Million, wow.
Get a good look at this because when the lights go out, they're not coming back on for another 10 minutes.
Oh, Montreal.
Cool idea. Well, no, the idea itself is a good idea. But it's one of those ideas that is very good in your mind until you actually do it and you realise no one can actually see what's happening. Taking the makeup of Paul Bearer, brilliant, because it makes him look even more of a prick. look at him. He's not some man. Mankind straight out there. This upsets me because I know they're about to do some good shit, and no one can see it. And Mankind is going to do a masterclass in basically getting himself killed for the sake of helping Glenn Jacobs.
Get over. AKA the White Yankum.
Yeah, I think twice or 3 times they've now thrown him into the stairs. And again, all you can hear is noise. Like, you can't actually see it.
I'll never forget Tom whenever Kane finally unmasked himself in front of RVD. That was the first time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That was 2003.
Yeah. That was horrific, huh? that was crazy, man. It was like surreal.
I never thought they were actually going to do it. I thought he was going to beat Triple H that week and win the belt. In hindsight, he obviously was never going to beat Triple H because no one beats Triple H.
At that time. So what were your thoughts on that tag team with RVD and Kane?
I mean, I enjoyed it, but they didn't really take it very seriously.
Mm-hmm. Like X-Pac and Kane?
Yeah. Because every tag team Kane goes in is purely just we're just gonna wait until it's time for you to fight Kane. Because eventually it always ends with whoever his tag team partner is wrestling Kane.
And Undertaker.
He's gonna turn on them.
Yeah, I like Kane's character. I like the character. I like Kane I like Glenn Jacobs as Kane. I thought it was a good move. Rewritten his Glenn Jacobs' character as Kane. I thought it was a good move by creative. Tom.
I think Glenn Jacobs is a lot better than he gets credit for, but at the same time, he's fine. He plays this character very well. He's got the Undertaker mannerisms down very good.
I liked his feud with Edge.
With Edge?
Yeah.
Oh, what, in 2005 with
Lita.
When Lita left Kane for...
Yeah. That was amazing to me. Didn't Kane first appear on Saturday Night Shotgun Saturday Night, Tom?
No, Kane first appeared as Kane, you mean?
Yeah.
He first appeared at Bad Blood in Your House.
Interesting.
Get your Virtual Boy ready, because it's time for Kane versus Mankind.
I remember this match. Good.
I was saying Russ earlier, and not Russ, Alonso earlier. This match is better than the credit it will ever get because no one's able to see it. spotting this match. I swear this is true. Where Kane, from what I can tell, is basically throwing Mankind into the steps, and you can tell being Mick Foley, you know the back of his head is hitting the stairs. But because of the lighting, no one's ever going to see the impact of it. You just hear the noise, but you don't actually see what happened. So basically, all you're doing, Mick Foley, is you're actually hurting yourself for no fucking reason. And because it's Mick Foley, you know he's going to take it seriously. He's go, oh no, but if I'm not actually hitting my back of the heads on things, no one will respect me. Well, this is why you had to retire in about 3 years' time.
Well, retire and then become TNA champion.
Oh, of course. I mean, to be fair, becoming TNA champion in 2008 probably isn't really the. I don't want to disparage the TNA championship, but let's be fair. The fact they were willing to give it to Mick Foley when he hadn't wrestled a match in about. I think he'd actually wrestled for about 2 years. He'd been retired for 8. That pole drive was nice. You know, when WWE Network ceased, I spent years just sitting there thinking, when are TNA going to go under so WWE can buy their rights? Just stick it on the network. I would have straight away, and people go, oh, you go watch Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe. It's like, nope, that's not the first thing I'd go for. I'd go, nope, I want to watch the episode of Impact when the main event Mafia took it over. You had Scott Steiner as the ring announcer, Kevin Nash as the commentator, Booker T as the commentator and interviewer.
Black Snow or something, wasn't it?
Yep, Chet, Lemon and Black Snow. And you had Xavier Woods was getting beaten up by the main event Mafia in the ring, and Booker T on commentary, not on commentary, he got the microphone, he's going, oh, Booker T's deciding him up, Booker T. And he starts kicking, goes, yeah, Booker T's kicking across Creed's ass, kicking his ass. And then John sit back down, and Kevin Nash is sat there going, you'd never guess what just happened, Black Snow.
I would watch the one, you know, where what's his name did the Hurricane Runner from the top of the cage.
Elix
Skipper, that's it. Yeah, I remember watching that. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
He was a sort of like basically, if anything else had happened, that he'd probably been badly injured.
Because what I used to do was, because obviously, I don't know if we could watch TNA over here, not the pay-per-views. So I'd wait till like a couple of days after, go on eBay, and someone would be selling the DVD. Someone would have ripped it. So it'd only be like 2-3 quid. So I used to buy it. Me and my mate used to watch TNA. That was how we watched TNA. And we watched that, and I was like, that is amazing. Why is this man not ever going to do anything?
Yeah. Well, we know the answer is probably drugs. I bet if I googled Elix Skipper right now, it's going to come out that he had like drug addiction or something.
No, he didn't. He I think he had left wrestling to look after someone. No, his son died or something.
I believe you may also be referring to Marcus Corvon, Monty Brown, who actually had a relative that was dying. So
yeah. I know he left, but I think there was something that Elix Skipper that he had to leave wrestling for some reason. And I don't think it was drugs.
Let's have a look. He's doing the shoot circuit. Elix Skipper on Lex Luger ignored him and what Sting was like in WCW. But that's interesting. I'm not going to click on it though, but still. His 22-year-old son was killed in 2009 by a gunman who was in his home.
No, so I thought it was something to do with
that. Yeah, in TNA, he was in Triple X, Diamonds in the Rough,
Well, it was in WCW because he was Team Canada, and I'm sure we've seen some matches with him in WCW, and he wasn't bad.
You're right, he was in WCW in 1999, but obviously mainly in the power plant. Because he's a WCW original, as long with AJ Styles. And I'm sure Q Russ, you know we've got to mention now. We've mentioned AJ Styles.
Yeah, Paris.
Yeah, Paris, baby.
There was no way Kane was losing this match.
Elite Skipper was a member of the Alliance, apparently.
I don't remember that.
He was very quickly sent to Heartland Wrestling Association, a developmental territory, before being released in December of 2001. Excuse me, Kane's one. But yeah, he's very good. I love TNA because partly out of loyalty, there being the competition for so long, but also because, as we were saying before, he was able to watch in England.
Yeah, as I say, I don't actually remember him being in the Alliance, but as I say, some of the WCW matches I've seen him in, he's been relatively decent.
I never saw him wrestle for the Alliance either, but apparently, according to Wikipedia, he turned up in that. Doesn't really mean anything, but he very good.
So who's in line? Sorry.
Sorry?
Who's in line?
Oh, we're talking about Elite Skipper, Cage Walker.
Did you ever see that, Alonso?
No.
It was in TNA. Let me see if I can find it. I'll send it to you.
He just literally walks across the top of the cage in TNA, and not by the top of the cage. I don't mean like a Hell in a Cell. He walks across it. He literally a steel cage, and like the bar that goes across the edge of the cage. He walks across it and gives a whole crowd to someone. It's the damnest thing I've ever seen.
So it'd be like the Undertaker doing old school, kind of.
It's kind of like old school.
Yeah, but this was on like the top of a cage, man. On a
Right.
six-sided ring.
So
It's
he's
only
like,
like 1,000 times more impressive than the old school, but yeah.
so he does it like in the sense that he become an expert at it, and so he does it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, if he gets it wrong, his nuts are done, basically.
He's either career-ending injury or dead.
Oh, that's a surprise guess.
No, I've just sent it to you, Alonso. Watch that.
Slaughter.
Hi, Tiger. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Hello.
Why have I got adverts? I don't pay for adverts. Something's happened. It's just they asked me when I logged in to put my age, name, and I was like, "What the hell?" Because my wife has renewed our subscriptions to Virgin or whatever, and something's because we pay for Netflix through Virgin. Something has happened. They've put me down to a bloody advert.
Uh-oh.
I've
Go
never had
right out
adverts.
with him, Russ.
Oh no, I've got to speak to her about this because this ain't right.
Hey, Russ, that's pretty impressive, man.
It's good, isn't it?
Wow.
I don't know if I was Russ, if I would confront his wife or not, because she's from the north, and
Nah.
when they were planning their holiday, Russ had to disappear for like an hour and a half
Yeah, nah.
during a live stream. It was like 2 minutes before we went live when she came in.
What's the score, Tony?
17-14 Oklahoma.
Oh, nice. So you're going to boomer sooner tonight?
Hopefully they only have like 93 yards because they've been returning all the kicks and interceptions and stuff.
Nice.
No, I did see. She's changed something here. We've removed Netflix Standard. But your new package now includes Netflix standard with ads. I don't know what she's done here.
So that's not. Yeah, you're basically down at the back of us poor folk.
Yes, but it says here, so we've removed Sky Sports and Cinema collection. But it says your new package now includes Sky Sports and Cinema HD. What's the difference? I don't know what she's done here.
You'll find out tomorrow when you try to watch Sky Cinema.
Well, no, but I don't watch movies. That's the thing. I rarely ever watch movies on Sky.
You enjoy The Running Man?
Yeah, I've watched that on my little devious box. It's quite good. So they've credited me some money, which is nice. I don't know what she's done.
We don't take that shit.
Yeah, I'm watching it on a dodgy stream, so I mean it's all right. It's watchable, put it that way. It's a good film.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday. I enjoyed it.
This is the first time I think I saw Ken Shamrock, I think.
Yeah, Ken Shamrock is a serious cat.
Stephen King was.
Sorry, what's that, Tony?
I said Stephen King was defending the ending of it.
Oh yeah, I can bet he was. I bet he was, because if he'd have actually filmed the actual ending that he had in his book, people would have been furious. Well, not furious, sorry, miserable.
It's weird how you had two totally different movies before about it, and now you have this one.
Well, the one with Arnie, to be in their defence, I can get why they didn't actually copy the book, because the ending of the book is fucking miserable. It's the worst. You'd come out of it wishing you were dead.
Yeah, but they basically turned it into an action movie, at least like half the movie in that one. With Arnie.
Fucking hell, Ahmed Johnson. Jesus Christ. Did Brett have to go to him to get his baby oil for his hair? Ahmed Johnson is a fucking oily man.
It was one of the few times he bloody. It's one of the last few times we saw him, wasn't it?
I believe he turns up in the. Royal Rumble, because I remember he gets eliminated and then someone beats him up as he's leaving. But it's like he doesn't even really sell it.
Oh yeah, someone pushed him, didn't they?
Yeah, it was all very pathetic.
It was Karma Mustafa, wasn't it?
Yeah, which made it even more pathetic, because who the fuck gives about Karma Mustafa in the start of 1998?
What was all the baby oil in Brett's hair? Why his hair is like all dry and frayed looking now?
This must have been the first time I saw The Rock.
Shit out of there.
Must have been.
It would have been, yeah.
It says you know the Royal Rumble, right? 96.
The Rock would have been in the Royal Rumble 97. The debut was the Survivor Series of 96.
Okay.
LOD.
Jesus Christ. Like, this is potentially the shoot hardest team in wrestling.
20-14 now, Alonzo. 52-yard field goal. He's 20 for 20 this season.
Okay.
He made 4 against Tennessee. That's why they beat Tennessee. So, what are you watching it on, Alonzo? Peacock?
No, I'm watching on Peacock.
You still have access to WWE pay-per-views on Peacock?
Yeah.
Until March, that's when the deal's up, so I haven't heard anything about.
Well, it ends tomorrow.
March.
March.
Oh, March. Yeah, sorry. I thought you
March.
said until tomorrow. I was thinking
No,
that's
March 1st it ends.
that makes sense.
So what does
I
it
don't
go
know
on to
how
then?
that's over.
ESPN.
Whoever gives them the most money,
ESPN,
so probably Netflix.
Disney,
No.
Disney or
Let's-
Netflix.
In the UK, I believe on Disney Plus they got rid of Stars and they've replaced it with Hulu.
Well, it's been
probably the
Hulu
same
here.
content.
It's been Hulu here, but you can bundle like HBO Max or Paramount
why
Plus for
Disney Plus we
Showtime.
got Stars stuff on there? Sure, Tom.
Yeah, but they've actually changed the branding of it, so it won't say Stars on it. It will say Hulu.
Okay.
But generally, it will be the same shows that you would have known that would usually be on Stars.
Yeah.
It's just the branding.
Do they
I
have
think
a
Welcome to Wrexham, for example.
do they have a new Spartacus series on there?
Rock Bomb pinned Hulk. Fucking hell. I'm surprised that Hulk has stayed down.
A rock bottom.
I thought Ahmed Johnson was about to caress the Rock and make love to
Yeah.
him the way he cupped his hand around his head. What was I going to say? Someone should have done a pole driver on Hulk just to see what happened. Because that movie is officially called the You Can't Pole Driver Hulk.
Who? We're Hulk.
Finally, footage of someone doing a pole driver on Hulk and him staying down.
Yeah.
Quick question, because you can't, because it doesn't exist, because it doesn't stay down ever.
Ahmed should have been a good wrestler, ideally.
Yeah, but he got that kidney.
I know he got hurt, but he should have had a longer career, really.
It was the timing of his injuries took away their faith in him more than anything. Because they actually, if I remember rightly, when they did the heel turn with him joining the Nation, they were meant to do like this really big thing, like where he's potentially going to beat the Undertaker to win the belt. I don't know if he was, but then he got injured and ended up not doing the match, and they brought him back and they turned him babyface again by having the Nation kick him out, sort of thing. And it's very similar to Randy Orton when Evolution turned on him. Whenever the heels turn on someone within their ranks, it doesn't suddenly turn them babyface in the eyes of the audience because he hasn't turned himself. You get what I mean? Like, it worked with Batista because Batista decided to turn on Evolution, which is distinctly why Batista got over and Randy Orton didn't in 2005 specifically. The Hardy Boys killing Dominator.
Pearl River Plunge.
Successful or denied?
No.
Successful.
Farouk is gone.
D'Lo Brown is in the
Fact
ring.
of the day.
D'Lo Brown.
Was there a trip today, Tom? I didn't see it.
Nah,
No.
No, there wasn't.
I don't believe Gary was in town. And we just made the decision to basically go, nah.
It's international break anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. We'd only be sitting there talking bollocks anyway.
Talking about the Running Man.
I would talk about it, Running Man. Yeah.
Is it as good as the original?
It's not even remotely the same movie.
No, it's not, is it? It's not like a beat for beat retelling of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's you can't sit there and go, "Oh, it's a style of movie better," or sort of thing. Because the real thing I think it has going for it is, as serious as this will sound, is obviously it's more believable having Glenn Powell as the Running Man.
Yeah, I mean I think it's more closer to what the book was more than the other one.
Because it's the power of his anger, right? Like he just spends the entire movie just getting angry at everything, which just like my favourite bit is basically near the start when the government / police or whatever or TV network, whatever you want to call it, they start beating him with like the cattle prod or the taser or whatever, and he basically grabs the taser. It's like, mate, the taser doesn't affect him. He's so angry that the electricity from the taser is scared to go into him.
I like the bit where he said go to Derry, Maine. I was like, oh, for God's sake.
Is it good? Is it good, Russ?
There was a thing in the Running Man where it said they gave him a card. It says go to this address, and it was in Derry in Maine.
Oh,
Which
wow.
is like where all the Stephen King stuff happens.
Yeah, because it's basically the worst place to go in America in Stephen King's mind.
Because it's the Pennywise the Clown.
All manner of bad shit happens there.
Well, Pennywise lives there, didn't he? So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But not just on it, not just it. Basically, every one of his books in some way comes back round to that place.
To Derry, yeah. Have you seen a new TV series, Tom?
I've not. I tend to wait for TV series to finish before I actually watch them.
I've watched the first 2 episodes. It's alright. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I haven't gotten around to
What
watching
is it on for you? Because here it's HBO Max. What is it on?
Yeah, it's I assume.
In England, it would be Sky Atlantic, which is essentially the HBO Max channel. It's the equivalent. They just can't call it HBO Max, but it carries on.
Yeah, they just call it Sky Atlantic or whatever.
Yeah.
And HBO.
What do you mean?
Yeah. So basically, in the UK,
just the way you guys
HBO
say
is Sky Atlantic.
It's the same channel, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to get at. They just don't call it HBO.
Yeah, we don't call it HBO over here, but it's Sky. Sky is the satellite subscription service. Yeah. So anything that's HBO comes as on the Sky Atlantic.
So is that separate from the TV networks, or is that the same?
Sky you have to pay for. It's a satellite. It's a satellite subscription.
Because I know NBC owns it now, or Universal, whatever you want to call them. They're the one that owns it, so it's kind of weird that they have Discovery / Warner Brothers.
Yeah, we've got Discovery Channel. We've always had that. I think Discovery is that a subscription as well, Tom? I can't remember.
Yeah. Because I mainly only watch it for free when it's Champions League final. But other than that,
because here it's mixed in with HBO.
Yeah, because legally over here they can't. You can't have the Champions League final on a pay-per-view channel, so they have to make it for free that night.
It used to be on ITV.
Yeah, that's true. I keep looking at Karma and thinking, is he still the supreme fighting machine?
He is, yes.
And I mean, really, I'm just looking and thinking, at what point, sir, are you going to realise, why don't I just come out of a load of women? Who knew? It's just as simple as that.
And D'Lo Brown.
Do you remember when D'Lo Brown turned up in TNA in the 80s and 80s? And they were like, who is this masked man? It's like, why have you got D'Lo Brown in a hood?
Yeah, it's the most underwhelming reveal ever, I think.
Because there's no one on earth that actually has a head shaped like D'Lo Brown, so who else could it have been? And they put him in like this balaclava type thing. And it's like, again, it just looks like you've got D'Lo Brown wearing a hood over his head. because it's skin tight, so it's still just showing the shape of his bald head.
It,
Brilliant.
is Dio Brown, is he in the Lee family? What about Stagger Lee, Tom? Is Stagger Lee in the Lee family?
Definitely. He certainly is.
That's the greatest thing fucking ever. A junkyard dog looking for herself because he was Stagger Lee looking for junkyard dog driving through Georgia. All these dirt roads with JR in the back of a car.
So
Or JR
basically,
might have been in the front of it.
are you saying that Junkyard Dog invented the Blake Monroe interviewed by Mariah May storyline?
Yeah. Yeah, with JR in like 1984. It's crazy. It's like you get my parents of Sting and Ultimate Warrior, then Mid South had two more episodes. That's basically when they got taken over.
I do feel that roughly at around this time on this night, I can't remember what date it is, but on this night in November of 1997, I'm stirring in bed and I've decided to go downstairs to get a drink, knowing I'm going to end up turning on the TV and seeing what's happening on the Survivor Series. And I think Owen Hart was about to make his entrance. Because I never saw the end of this match at that time. So I've not actually seen Kevin Shamrock at this point. But still. When they did have Ahmed Johnson initially feuding with Root and the Nation, I loved how low-key racist it was.
Black Panthers, isn't it?
Yeah. And the way they were fucking drawing each other, and the few words you could make out of Ahmed Johnson's mouth were all racist.
What the hell is D-Lo doing? Christ.
That was a he must have learned that moonsault from Billy Gunn earlier in the night when he tried to do the leg drop. The difference is that Billy Gunn actually succeeded in not hitting the person, but hitting the person. But D-Lo just didn't hit the person.
Oh,
Was in the ring.
here come the road dog.
Speak. Billy Gunn was triggered by that moonsault.
Yeah, he triggered so he came out.
So
what minute are we on?
1 minute. So you've been sitting with us for 20 minutes and you don't even know you're not even watching. 1 hour 47 minutes. Well, that's on my stream anyway.
Yeah, because on my tablet, it doesn't actually show me how long has gone. It just only shows me how long is left. So I've got 58 minutes left. Sorry, 55 minutes left.
I'm on 1:48, 30 minutes, Tony.
Yeah, just put a 148, Tony. Animal's gone. He's out. He's been blinded. He gets blinded. Canadians love LOD, don't they? They love him. Everyone loves him, to be fair.
I mean, Animal's probably doing his best to basically not wipe off the powder, so when he goes backstage, he still has some.
Sniff it. Oh, that'd be funny if they put some coke. Let's rib him. Let's not put powder. Let's put coke in it.
Let's use his actual stash.
Yeah.
And for the ultimate rib, we'll use Hulk stash.
So this. I remember this when I was watching it first time around. I thought, right, it's Ken Shamrock. Right, what's he gonna do? 2-on-1. This
you
is
ever
wrestling
seen
you don't win by
wrestle
tapping
Vader?
out. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You ever seen when he wrestled Vader in his first one-on-one match and basically keeps punching Vader for real? So Vader decided to send a message by walloping him in the side of the head. It's like you can actually see behavioural correction in real time.
Yeah, don't fuck with me, mate. It's just...
You can hear Vader go, ease up, and then he just goes, cauliflower ears him. Beautiful. It was basically CTE being administered on the spot.
Yeah,
Wow.
so one of the few people is Vader. It's not gonna be one to piss off, really.
And you said he wanted to fuck on and find out.
Yeah, fuck around and find out. I think, yeah.
I don't know how you get that much oil on yourself.
Oh, it's the ankle lock. Oh,
Yeah.
D'Lo's giving up.
I like how the crowd are like, oh no, the Rock's in with a chair.
Oh, and the refs didn't hear it. No, literally a foot away from it.
It's just, they just killed the kayfabe immediately. I wonder how many of these pinfalls in all these Survivor Series matches did occur on the hands of a clothesline. I already lost count of that too. But it's only Tony E. You can get away with it, and the audience just goes, "Yeah, that's fine. Get on with it because the show's got to end at some point."
I'll tell you what, though, this feud that
It's like a
Shamrock and The
clothesline
Rock
or a
had,
DDT, it seemed like.
What's that, Ross?
I don't know, as I was saying it, this feud that The Rock and Ken Shamrock had was very, very good.
This is the start of it.
Yeah, this is the start, yeah. But it went on for it felt like it's ages, but all the matches were very good.
If I remember rightly, it technically ends at King of the Ring with Shamrock winning the kingship.
Yeah, because he lost to him again at the Royal Rumble, didn't he?
Yeah, because to be, if I remember rightly, he constantly beats The Rock, but something always happens, which ends up with him getting disqualified.
Yeah.
Because either The Rock basically will put his knuckle dusters in his pants.
Yeah, in his pants, yeah.
Which would then, and the referee just randomly will go, let's have a look at that knuckle duster straight bulge in your pants, Ken.
Yeah.
I like how The Rock
People's
powers
elbow.
up when he takes his elbow pad off.
Makes him stronger. The kayfabe of wrestling. You just got to accept it.
Or I guess forearm,
I
whatever.
think you
it
could
looked
see
like
now
you
that
would
The
call
Rock was going to be a very good, well, go to the top of the card. You could tell.
Yeah.
That's like charisma.
The fact that they've got him as the final man with Ken Shamrock tells you that they've obviously got something planned with him. Or I say they've got Pat Patterson looking at him going, Rocker. I was about to try and do his shit French Canadian accent. I realised I can't do it.
So who's ahead of him on charisma?
Well, The Rock.
Yeah. Is there anybody ahead of him?
Some Michaels at this point, maybe.
What are you
No,
talking about
I
in
mean,
97? Or wherever?
No, I just mean that of all time, because
Probably Stone Cold.
It's hard to say.
No, I think he's very quick-witted, The Rock is.
they're definitely in the top
He's very
5,
savvy.
top 3.
I
love
genuinely
Shamrock.
believe there's
Great.
an alternate universe where basically The Rock basically did not decide to actually eviscerate Billy Gunn's character in 1999. And Billy Gunn became the biggest star in wrestling. There's a
Don't talk about
universe where
Billy.
that happens, I'm convinced of it.
Is that whenever Billy Gunn tagged him with Chuck Colombo and made Billy and Chuck Tom?
Billy and Chuck.
Oh no, I mean well before that, because he'd won
Okay.
King of the Ring, and basically The Rock was like, "My name's Billy, And I won the King of the Ring. Oh, hello, Steve.
Did they score, Tony?
I think they're still down 1 point now. It's 21-20, I think.
I do believe that on this night at the Survivor Series, we would have only been about 7 months away from the Brawl for All semi-final.
So really, 98, Tom.
Yeah. It's a shame they don't have a video on the vault or something of basically all the Brawl for All matches. Because I would love to sit through that. By love, I mean tolerate it. Just for the amusement of it's well worth sitting through just to get to Bart Gunn versus Dr. Death Steve Williams.
Tom, I got my famous.
You hear that, Steve?
Tom, I have a question.
Go on, sir.
So what was Bart Gunn doing between whenever Bart Gunn left, or they just disbanded their fucking guns up until Ball for All? Was he just hanging out?
He was in a tag team with
Bob Holly,
rightly, the new Midnight Express.
Who was?
Bart Gunn.
Oh, Bart Gunn, yeah. That was all he did.
Bombastic. What was it? Bodacious Bart and Bombastic Bob. Yeah.
Bodacious Bart and Bombastic Bob.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jim Cornette had a conniption fit because they didn't even tell him until that date. They went, he went, what do you mean? You're not grabbing my. What do you mean you're breaking up my tag team?
Did they win the NWA tag titles? I can't remember.
Probably.
NWA North American Tag Champions, some stupid title they had.
And then they basically then wrestled Smoking Guns. No. Was it? What would it have been? Rock and Roll Express.
Rock and Roll Express.
Oh yeah.
They're still in wrestling, probably. Didn't they turn up on AEW around Christmas?
Yeah.
I thought John Moxley took them hostage.
Yeah, the one with blonde hair actually did some moves. The other one was just wandering around the ring because he can't do fuck all.
Yeah, he waddled around a bit like Arn Anderson. Because Arn Anderson can't do anything either.
Yeah, but Arn will still give you a spine buster.
Fucking hell. Oh, man, I wouldn't fight Arn Anderson. Terrifying.
Here we go. Austin versus Owen Hart. Can't remember the last time we watched Owen Hart.
Last time I watched Owen Hart would have been in May 1999.
On our various channels.
Nearly 3 years later, I was in that arena.
Oh,
With the ghost of.
I wonder what happened when you were there.
I went to an Italian restaurant and seen a certain Stars member.
Who?
That's not the language you usually say that with.
Whose member did you see?
I
Virgil's.
saw Edge's.
You saw Edge's dick?
Yeah.
Is it ingrained in your brain, Tony?
It's kind of one of those things that's hard to.
Was it a big piece?
What was it bad? I want to turn it down.
Oh my god.
I'm going to save Tony from this because I'm just going to point out one of my low-key favourite things about this America versus Canada angle was Steve Austin and how desperate he was to get to Stu Hart at the Calgary Stampede. It was my favourite thing because he returned heel again for the night, obviously, and he was hell-bent on getting to Stu Hart. And they were hell-bent on stopping him.
Yeah,
and it was just magic.
Right, so he
What
broke
was
his
he
neck at
so
WrestleMania. And he's back.
what was the reason he was so hell bent on
Both
getting
at
him, Tom?
SummerSlam.
Was it
He's
SummerSlam?
been, he's been gone for 2 months.
Sheesh.
Sorry, 3 at
What,
most.
Oh, in
why was
316.
Steve after
Brilliant.
Stu, Tom? I can't remember.
They just hated
Did
the
they have a
hearts.
story of why?
Couldn't hear you. Don't say again.
Well, if he was just
I,
Owen's dad, probably that's probably all the thing he needed.
I said, why was Stone Cold so hell bent on getting Stu? Like,
Because he's Owen's dad.
was there any story to it, Tom?
No, I think he knew he'd get the most heat. He'd get the most heat in the family, and he knew he was never going to get to him. So, because the family had to protect Stu, which made it all the better. Because going for Bruce Hart wouldn't have been as fun. Plus, that's what Bruce Hart would have wanted. Because
did they have all 14 kids there?
Didn't work. The shattering glass didn't work.
It did. It half worked.
Yeah. That still looks a bit shit though.
Well, I do believe at some point they eventually perfect it where it all falls in one go.
Can't
I think
trust
they
these
wanted the
Canadians,
effect
can
of
you?
walking through it, kind of thing. Then he probably thought, no, if I walk through it, it'll cut me up. Yeah, this is when I started watching it. So it's 3 a.m. probably at the time. I've got school in the morning.
Tom, you drink some tea so you can stay up and go to school, or you drink coffee?
Probably had a coffee in the morning.
They should have had him go through the performance center's wall.
I remember going to sleep. Obviously, let's not be naive. We all know how this finishes. But not this match, I mean the show. And basically I was so excited because obviously Sean had won. Sean's got a belt sort of thing, which is we used to.
I was so fucking furious.
Well, but I didn't know any of the backstage scat. I didn't know what was going on. All I just knew is something happened, and the fact they so abruptly went off the air on the Sky Sports feed, it basically was like the match ended, this end the show kind of thing. And it was like, this feels like this wasn't planned, even though it was.
Let's go try to hide Vince so Brett doesn't kill him.
Apparently, Steve Austin was personally hurt or upset by the fact that Owen Hart came out on TV with the, the "I just broke your neck" T-shirt kind of thing, which is a staple of wrestling, so it's not really new. But at the same time, because it was because Owen had never actually spoken to Steve Austin about the injury, whereas Owen side of it. Like Brett was saying, Owen was mortified and he didn't want to face Steve Austin about it. So he just didn't talk to him about it. But then because he was then doing the heel shtick, it upset Steve even more. Which low-key killed Owen's career.
Well, the fact him dying fucking didn't help matters.
Of course, that will always not help you in terms of regaining.
Yeah, but that's weird because obviously I know Austin's got a lot of stroke, obviously, but him and Bret Hart are still good mates or whatever. You know, it just seems things like this seem silly.
Yeah, because I mean that. In fairness, I think it's because he told Owen, "Don't do that move to me because I've seen it done to. I did it to someone else, and it broke it. I think he broke Masahiro Chono's neck with the same move. So he went, "Do not do it to me," and then he went and did it to him. But that belt is beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely the best one. The Mike Chioda? I assume so.
Yeah, Mike Chioda actually makes his debut at the 1989 Survivor Series, believe it or not.
It's with him a long time then, wasn't he?
He was there for about 31 years.
Yeah, he finished in 2020, 2021?
They released him during the pandemic.
Yeah, furloughed him.
This is a part of the show. Let's look at Owen's back for 2 minutes and see what his T-shirt says for 2 fucking minutes.
To what degree are the lads from Team Canada to protect Owen from Steve in a shoot sense?
So it's 21-20 at the end of the third quarter. Alabama's up by 1. Oklahoma's up by Alabama 10.
Right, in terms
First
of
and
heat,
goal.
this match has monster heat, but in terms of an actual match, it bollocks. It's basically just going to be Steve Austin beating up Team Canada for the next 5 minutes. And basically doing as little as possible with Owen himself.
Stone Cold.
The fucking noise because he went for the pole driver. That's impressive. If they ran this match in any other era, Vince McMahon would have booked Owen to win this. Because he would have been so hell-bent on beating up Owen would have won anyway. Because Vince would have gone, yeah, lol. and then to throw gasoline on fire would then have him pin Jim Ross in Oklahoma. just for the fucking sheer fun of it.
How much do you think fucking JR is like, I don't want to go home. I hate these fucking shows in Oklahoma.
Oh, does he still live there?
No, he's just moved back. He's got a healthy heart now. He's ready to go back to AEW, be back on TV. But he sold his home in Florida. That's what I said. He sold his home in Florida and just moved back to Oklahoma.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
That news just came out today.
It took him 25 years to finally have the courage to go home and show his face to where his friends, where he lives.
Well, he's still
I assume he must have lived in Stanford for some time.
Almost certainly. You know who else lived in Stanford for some time? Yeah, motherfucker!
He didn't like it, no.
Everything there costs too much motherfucking money, motherfucker. I want a burger, hold the onions. Hold the onions, motherfucker, you motherfucking I'm the fucking worst at doing Jim Cornette. Oh my god. I'm still always going to do it today, aren't I? Yeah, I know it's all the same as my Mr. Hanky and Michael Jackson. I don't give a shit.
I thought it was Mr. Howdy.
I thought it was Cycle Jackson.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Mr. Hanky with Christmas poop.
You can always get laughed at,
I like how Todd never alters the way you say it.
I don't see the point. Everyone knows it's the same voice for three separate characters. Oh, Steve Austin won in about 4 minutes and then continues to beat up Team Canada. Imagine my shock. Why couldn't he have been in the Team USA team?
Did you include Cornette in that count of 3, or does that make it 4?
I may have done it. I may have included him.
So when did he lose the Intercontinental title then?
Vince McMahon stripped him of the belt because he refused to wrestle The Rock, if I remember rightly, on
No,
Raw.
The Rock won it anyway.
Well,
The Rock was awarded the belt, I believe, by Vince.
That was a terrible match. I think what match was shorter than what we seen of Owen's T-shirt.
Yes, that match was it was no Steamboat Savage. I'll say that.
Decent for what it was.
The heat for it was spectacular. Like you probably won't get a bigger cheer all night than when Owen went for that pole driver, because that crowd wanted him to break Austin's neck again.
Tom, I have a question. So, the Undertaker didn't wrestle, but he was there, right? During the whole Bret Hart fiasco at the very end, where he knocked out Vince McMahon, or was he not there?
Who are you talking about?
The Undertaker.
The Undertaker was...
He didn't wrestle, I know that, but he was there, right?
I think he's there because isn't he by the door frame or something, like standing guard while while Bret and Vince have their conversation.
Mm-hmm. That's how I remember. That's how I remember it being like. That was also in the.
I'm 6'10".
That was also in the Dark Side of the Ring. They talk about that Montreal Screwjob stuff.
That's when I would have first learned that Ron Simmons was an All-American.
I need to start that show over again.
I liked it a lot, Tony, the way they gave some insight on that stuff.
I haven't watched much of a third or fourth season of it.
I think there's a new season out, right, Tom?
What show are you talking about, Roger?
Dark Side of the Ring.
I don't watch a lot of that, admittedly.
Okay.
I see a couple of clips of it, but
yeah, it's not bad. It's really good, really informative. They just scored 20, huh?
Yep, 23-21.
Yeah, I just saw
3 field goals.
Was Oklahoma ranked 11th?
Yep. And Alabama's 4th.
That'd be a good resume for them to get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Only if Texas loses and Georgia loses.
I don't know. I think I'd be in because Oklahoma just has Missouri and can't remember the other game left. It's weird. King's body stayed the same, but his face aged pretty fast after this point.
Who's this, Tom?
Jerry the King Lawler. His face aged a lot after this. His body still looks about the same, but his face aged just in like 5 or 6 years. It aged a lot.
It's kind of crazy how fast this 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 era in wrestling starts. Because then you have what, Stone Cold versus Shawn Michaels, Tom and who did Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels wrestle in Royal Rumble? You guys remember?
He wrestles
90,
Undertaker in the
98.
casket match.
98.
His spine gets broken off of the casket, if I remember rightly.
When was this, Tom?
He injures his back in January of being backdropped over the ropes. The back of his back hits the corner of the casket, which actually puts him out of wrestling for 4 years.
Shawn Michaels, right? Shawn Michaels?
Shawn Michaels.
Right. Then he wrestled WrestleMania against Stone Cold, and that was last of them. Okay.
Spitting into the face of Sean. He probably wanted to shit in the face of Sean after the match.
I was considering releasing an album of songs sung by Jim Cornette and Mr. Hankey.
Michael Jackson.
Wrestling themes sung by Mr. Hankey, Jim Cornette, and Jackson, Michael Maxson. And I'll do a special guest voice of William Shatner.
Do you think of William because they showed his head so much on The Simpsons?
Yes. Shatner. He just started flossing his arsehole with the Canadian flag. I believe he's blowing his nose on the flag as well. The thing of this I find so funny about patriotism, if he did that in England, no one would give a shit. That's not true. It would depend who done it. It's like he's fucking the flag.
Wow, that picture is funny, dude.
There's a sign in the crowd that literally says, "Sean is a fag." Now I'm pretty sure that Shawn Michaels is not a bundle of sticks.
I so hated the fucking. That was the worst part of the Attitude Era. Was all the fucking signs. Going to an event, it was terrible trying to see through all that shit.
There's just loads of them, just like gay or whatever, aren't they? It's just everyone's just like.
My favourite one is the one that has the least amount of effort but has the most impact, which says Sean is a fag.
There's one that said Patterson and someone equals gay duo or something.
Let's not get into what Uncle. What? Do we want to go down the Uncle Pat?
Right, if you watch
that hole.
No, not go down. Right. So when you first watched this, who did you think was going to win?
I have no idea.
I was hoping Brett was a win, but I didn't really know.
I didn't know that Brett was leaving.
I kind of thought it would be Bret Hart, to be honest. Plus, I mean, at this point, like I told Tom and yourself earlier, they're both heels, right? So, as a fan, you just wanted a good match, right? Or you were okay with either winning or losing, but in hindsight, I really wish Brett would retained the belt in front of his home fans or
Brett's
the Canadian
not heel.
fans.
Brett ain't not a heel here.
All right, well,
Not a heel in Canada, anyway.
Brett is
right.
only a heel in America. That was the clever nuance on the character. Is it when they were wrestling in Canada,
Right.
he was babyface.
Yeah, I should rephrase that, Tom. So as a kid, in my opinion, now, like yourself, Bret Hart was actually a national hero in Canada, where here in the States they're both heels because Shawn Michaels was DX.
Yes.
Right. So.
But the match is not in America, the match is in Canada, so he's a babyface.
Yeah, so he's a babyface in this match, essentially.
So at the end of the day, I really wish Bret would have retained in a way because it's for his home fans, right? Those national fans.
So what do you think they had planned between him and Stone Cold? You really didn't believe they were to have much of a feud, did you, Tom? After this, Brett stayed.
If Brett stayed, I suspect WrestleMania would have been Stone Cold winning the belt off of Brett. Because all their matches was basically Brett beating Stone Cold. And he would have put and the thing is, he would have put Stone Cold over because he doesn't hate Stone Cold. And he quite respects him based on the fact he's obviously very good.
Oh, Brett didn't bring any sunglasses for the fans with him.
China is a man. That's a great fucking thing, isn't
But when I was did you pay attention to the entrance of Sean?
Yeah, I've
we've
got a clear sign here that says Rick Rude would rather be in China.
Yeah, but did you
for one night?
He wasn't in one night in China though.
But did you see China walking down with a backless back like Rodriguez always used to have? Exactly the same.
See.
Full open back.
I didn't realise he was on back alert, Tony.
He's usually on trainer alert.
So do you think? Well, why do you think Triple H pushes her so much? She's not a good wrestler.
Because she spends time in the gym and looks like Kevin Nash, comparatively.
Are you sure that's not Sean writing that stuff, Tom? Paul lets him produce that bit.
I bet this match is a lot better than I remember it, but in my back of my mind, the match is basically 90% Brett beating the shit out of Sean, and then they do the finish.
Well, they spend ages outside the ring, don't they?
Yes, it's basically they go all up. Basically, it's basically what is basically the actual era main event formula of basically 90% of the match is spent in the crowd.
Before they ring the bell, essentially.
And you have to get the speech of like Jim Ross going, the referee is using his discretion. Where Russ Morgan obviously became the referee's adjudicator.
Yeah, Earl Hebner went down in my opinion after this.
Earl Hebner.
What would you have graded Earl Hebner?
What here? F minus.
In this match specifically.
Incomplete.
Failed. You must retake this exam.
And also, in terms of being a WWE official, Tony, what would you grade Pat Patterson?
N for nonce.
I would have graded him RB for Ring Boys. Oh, holy shit, talking mushroom.
Can you imagine social media?
Excited.
This is brilliant. Everyone's taking a swipe at Shawn Michaels in the crowd.
Can you imagine if you had Twitter or Facebook then, Tom?
Well, you wouldn't need to. You just have to bring your side to a WWF event and get it on telly. How else do you find out that Dave is gay?
Look at this. You got Patterson out there, Sergeant Slaughter. That's great.
So, Tom, do you want to join me and Russ in a one night in China watch along?
I think I'll have to decline on that one.
We're going to schedule it into the calendar at some point. It's either that or our X-Pac video.
We still got 2 weeks before Survivor Series. WWE just realized this week they had a Survivor Series coming up.
Oh, isn't it? Surely it's a Mexican pay-per-view we could watch. Surely.
Is it truly the Survivor Series until you have one night in China and you have to try and survive the Watchalong?
That's what I call war games.
War games.
War games.
All these refs out here, man. This is funny. This is great stuff.
In hindsight, how is there obviously not something about to go down based on the amount of officials out there?
Yeah, like literally everyone's out here. Pat Patterson's just wandering around.
Like there's no employees backstage because they're all around the ring in this match.
Briscoe and
incredible.
This man in this pink shirt. Yeah, this man in the pink shirt. It's amazing. That is the pinkest shirt I've ever seen.
Salmon.
So look, I want to see who's
I remember my grandpa saying my older cousin looked like a fag because he had a pink t-shirt on, and he said it was salmon. He said it was salmon. It's not pink, it's salmon.
Your granddad wasn't having any of it, though.
Best.
Nope. Granddad was like, nope, you're a flag, you got pink on you.
Did you say you're a flag?
You're a fag.
Yeah, I thought I misheard it.
It's hard to say with only 6. When you only have 6 teeth, it's hard to say fag.
So, how many times do you think Tito Santana has been interviewed about the screw job? Considering he's on Spanish commentary right now.
I don't think he's ever been asked about it.
Which I find amazing, considering he was literally there.
Yeah, but so was Jacques Rougeau Jr. or Ray.
Do you miss it when they used to have 3 or 4 announce booths out there, Tom?
No, I like when they had about 18 of them at one of the events, and it'd be like, let's go to our Uzbekistani.
When they would do the WrestleMania ones, what wasn't it? This WrestleMania?
It's phenomenal. Number 1 announcer.
What was it? The Big 4 or was it just WrestleMania? I can't really remember.
Yeah, it would be WrestleMania, I imagine. Because I'm thinking about the one when the 10-year-old match. And
I just felt like it was like a United Nations meeting. They had so many different.
So is it Jacques or Ray who's on the French commentary?
Ray Rougeau is on French commentary.
I wonder if he's ever been asked about it.
At this point.
Yeah, I was going to say whether Ray's been asked about the screw job.
Who was the one that put the?
If they did ask Ray about screw job, they'd go, "What do you think Tito Santana made of the screw job?"
Well, Ray would have been on Brett's side, surely.
Yeah. Actually, it depends. How much were the Hart Foundation involved in the Rougeaus versus Bulldogs feud backstage? Was he secretly standing there thinking, "You're going to fucking screw Brett for him? You fucking let them punch my brother in the mouth"?
Do you think we can find Russ a Survivor Series used ref T-shirt? Survivor Series '97 T-shirt,
Well, no, the
ref
only
shirt.
reason they wouldn't be able to find one of them is because Earl Hebner's probably already sold it out the back.
He used to take them after when they were all in the shower. He used to run around and take all their shirts off them.
I can't believe they got him for that.
I can't believe they can't believe they got rid of him. They could have said, okay, don't do it again, but no, you're gone.
It's just an excuse, wasn't it? I've just realised that all that they've only just rung the bell to start the match.
Yeah, no, they've done all this
Just
outside,
absurd.
which is great.
And now they're actually going to wrestle. If you want to call this wrestling.
They definitely earn their money regardless.
Shawn Michaels has put in quite a performance here because he knows he's going to win. So he's like, sure, I'll let Brett beat me up for the entire 25 minutes. I believe this is Shawn Michaels' first bit of offense, it feels like. Let's see how long it lasts. Oh, man. This really just paints the level of cuntishness of Vince McMahon more than anything.
Yeah.
Well, to protect his business, essentially.
But it's like, oh, I don't want him to come out on their TV show with our belt. It's like, but he wasn't going to do that.
And even to make him more of a cunt, he ends up buying them for hardly anything because of that loophole they had in there on the TV
The outsiders
contract.
thing, wasn't it?
How much did they buy him for? Was it 10 million or was it even that much, Tom?
It was about one at that point. Did he end up paying about $1.5 million or something like that?
Yeah, that was for the tape library and trademarks and everything else.
He then had to pick up all the contracts, but
yeah, essentially he bought
Bought for
the WCW business for less than $2 million.
Yeah.
Because it had no TV network, it was virtually worthless.
Yeah. If no one wanted to air it, you have no company, essentially.
And now it's
Which
way
is
over
ironic,
$1 billion.
well, because TNA has always found itself with no TV network, but it's still alive.
It's just so crazy. It's $1 billion company now, and
in a nuclear apocalypse, there's only two things that are guaranteed to live: cockroaches and TNA wrestling. No matter what we say,
be on something.
Yeah, they even survived being on the TV Guide channel in America. Obviously,
weren't they on some sort of children's channel as well, or something? Something ridiculous.
They've been on about everything. They were on like a hunting channel thing for a couple of years.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna go and kill a. We're gonna kill a deer, but after it's TNA wrestling.
It was like an outdoor network or something. I can't remember, but it was
the Great Outdoors channel.
I'll give that company its due because And a lot of it is self-inflicted because they had chances to make something of themselves, but there would always be that one thing that they wouldn't do, and it would just. I can't tell you what it is, but that thing that would actually turn them into a credible business or something like that. Or keeping Dixie Carter around is probably the main thing, I imagine.
Then you end up with a Smash Some Pumpkins on it. But the company's had so many lives, and
Really
it's
closing
like
time, right?
it's like the fucking 38th fucking lineage of a cockroach.
Well, to be fair, like really closing it. That he likes wrestling. He always has, I believe. So I think he tried it, and it didn't quite work out for him.
What is going through old Heavener's mind right now?
Don't know.
To be fair to him, I don't know what I would have done in this situation because it's literally your job or just for refereeing a fictional contest.
Yeah, but he could go work for WCW.
But could he have gone to work for WCW?
And why
That's
not?
not necessarily a given, is it?
Well, it probably is, because he's probably the most well-known referee in the world, I guess.
Russ
He
has
worked
your
for TNA, didn't he?
Yeah, that was after he they decided I had enough of him selling their shit with a car boot. I wonder if he sold TNA merchandise out of a car boot or if that was really their merchandise stand.
He was a merchandise stand.
Yeah.
Let's bring your car, Earl. Use it as a gimmick.
Russ, has your grade improved on Earl Hebner since last time you left?
This is fine. He's doing a fine job.
At what point would you say he stopped doing a fine job?
In probably about 6 minutes' time.
Is it when we said the sharpshooter about to be applied?
Yeah.
I like how Brett is totally oblivious, and I don't mean to sound cool for him. He's totally oblivious. Like, I'm gonna set Sean up so people think that he's not gonna be able to handle being in the sharpshooter. Whereas, like, Brett, if only you knew that what you're doing in this moment is an absolute waste of time in kayfabe. Sir, this is outrageous. And the real winner in all this was it gave Crush the excuse to go, yeah, I'm going to get a bigger payday in WCW. Because he finally got to get away from his racist biker mates.
Yeah, but then they came after him later on.
Yes, they did follow him, didn't they?
Yeah, they were all there at the same time.
Well, Brian Lee didn't turn up in WCW, did he?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't think he ever. I don't know.
I think he got blackballed from business. Could totally be wrong there.
For what reason?
For diddling Taker's wife.
What?
Allegedly.
Well, no, because Undertaker got emotional when we talked about him during his Hall of Fame speech.
It was the Undertaker.
Maybe that's how she found out that they're more alike than
The Undertaker.
Brian. I'll Google Brian Lee. I'll Undertaker. Brian Lee, it automatically came up in suggested comments. Brian Lee, Undertaker's wife. So it's a known thing.
Or is that because you searched for it about 88 times, Tom?
Not
Change
by me.
remained. Change remained in the WWF until summer of 1998.
Brian
And
Lee
he went
had
to
an
TNA.
affair with the Undertaker's first wife. Lee famously.
Can you imagine my Undertaker? Can you imagine having that tattoo on the front of your neck and having to have it redone?
He went to TNA in 2002 and teamed with Ron Harris.
Well, what did he do
course he
4
did.
years between there? Nothing. Just
Independence. Yeah.
Dutch Mantels said it's not true, which tells me it might be true.
Dutch is pretty clued into a lot of stuff. I wouldn't not take his word on that.
Yeah, the main reason I won't take his word on it is because the wrestlers lie about everything. He would even lie about lying.
So where do you think TNA took a wrong turn at, Tom?
Hogan.
During its peak?
Even before Hogan, let's say hiring Russo.
Vince Russo
Speaking
can
of which,
kill
how's it
anything.
getting on down the Juggalo Championship Wrestling?
Juggalo wrestler.
Uh-oh.
With his mates, the insane clown posse. Did he hire? Do you think he would have hired Steve Williams, Tony?
Don't know. Russo would probably kill him for ruining his career in America. It's weird how much they loved him in Japan, but he was already that strong style type of wrestler.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's coming.
Earl Hebner's just taken a big headbutt.
But if it was now, Tom, basically Steve Williams would be Gunther.
Steve Williams would be Gunther.
It's that style of wrestling.
He would not be Gunther.
At least Shawn Michaels' sharpshooter was better than CM Punk's.
Does anyone do it worse than
Is
The
it
Rock?
better than AJ Lee's? AJ Lee's was a lot better than Fields.
He's gone, mate. Oh, Hebner's gone, mate. He is ran for the hills.
Oh, Hebner is running from Stu Hart right now.
And he's still running from him.
I remember sitting there at what would have been, this would have been off the top of my head, it would have been about 3:30 in the morning. And I'm sitting there going, what just happened? Shawn's the champion. Why does it feel like that was not supposed to happen? And they just end it. Good night from Montreal. As soon as he leaves, it's done. Obviously, Sky TV and WWE's cameras stopped rolling, but they didn't stop rolling. But they stopped the feed, so we don't get to see Brett destroying all the equipment and all that. He's a lucky bastard. He got to destroy all those $1,000 of equipment.
What do you think happened with all, you know they filmed that? Where do you think all that films at, Tom? Or
In
they
Bret
just
Hart's
destroy it all?
documentary, I imagine. I like how, because Brett saw the self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior documentary, they went, do you want to be in the documentary, Brett? And he saw that, and he basically realised, had he said no, it would have been self-destruction of Bret Hart, and they would have called it Screwed or something like that. So he agreed to do it, So they gave him a nice write-up and all that. It's very sad. Very sad and things like that. But, yeah, it's good. Interesting watch.
Oh,
Where was our esteemed host gone?
why not? Just so you know, I'll wait until it's actually fully over. Gary hates when I break this out, Tom.
Explain. Is that Middlesbrough? Oh, Oklahoma. Did Oklahoma win then?
Yep, 23-21.
First
So,
this year, lads.
what were you guys thought? What were you guys thoughts in the aftermath that would happen? What do you guys think about the legacy they both left on their business? And we'll go from there.
I think they're shit. I think they're terrible. I don't think anything came out of it.
No.
Fair enough.
Stone Cold got a huge push. I mean, well, actually, it's a huge deal because that's what created Mr. McMahon. You got Vince became a major character. He stopped being the little commentator / owner and became a character and started doing the main events and all that.
Do you think that happened after?
But if this didn't happen, I don't think a lot of that stuff with Vince would have happened.
I kind of had the thought that Vince McMahon and Stone Cold probably feuded more after he won the belt at WrestleMania 12, 13. Of course, we all know what happened with Brent. He went to WCW, and shortly after that, his career ended when Goldberg gave him a concussion. And
I don't know if somebody's celebrating a win, whether it's shooting a gun off or fireworks. One of the two is going on outside.
Well, I celebrating
figure out which.
Screw job.
what are your thoughts,
Russ is he's just got rid of Earl Hebner in his mind. He just what
No,
did you
I'm
think
here.
of Earl's bump?
But that, yeah, he took it like a champ. He did do a backflip or whatever. But he was out of there, mate. He was gone. He was like, nah, can't be dealing with this.
I wonder if he's actually met Brett since.
Doubt it.
I don't think I've ever ended a pay-per-view that abruptly, have they, Tom?
No, it was pretty much instant. As soon as Sean was out of there,
they got him out of there. They got Sean out of there, and that was it.
Minus a harness incident.
It's
probably the fastest it cut away from anything.
It's such a shame that the crowd didn't actually just go fucking bananas and just started fucking jumping the railings and stuff.
If they'd have even remotely knew that that's what was going down, that's probably what they would have done. That is potentially the most dangerous crowd they've ever had. Despite what they will say about the ECW crowd at One Night Stand and John Cena's there and all that, he was never in any danger. they were just playing up to the whole like shit. Whereas they were actually in danger because they were actually trying to get Shawn Michaels. When, like Russ pointed out, when they were in the crowd doing the crowd fight, people were actually feral trying to touch him.
Well, even before it was over, you see how much the fans are moving down there.
You're right, Alonzo.
Yeah, good. So yeah, I think that, and Tony says that, this kind of led to more prelude to Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels, or more so Stone Cold getting um, a huge push as far as, him meeting Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, him winning the belt off of Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, and all that, and then you see the evolution of DX with, the Teenage Outlaws and, X-Pac coming back and kind of getting a big push as well. What was your biggest takeaway from this time, Tony and Russ, if you're still there?
I really don't know. I still just felt like Tom said earlier, just how much of a cut Vince was. I mean, that kind of solidifies it.
They're all three parties in the situation are wrong for different reasons. Bret Hart, despite the fact that he's legally, despite what I'm about to say, he is legally within the right to basically not do business. Like, as much as we can all sit here as a joke and say that Hulk Hogan was a cunt for not putting up people over, WCW gave him a legal document which gave him the right to say no. So anytime he actually says no, it's actually WCW's fault more than his fault. When this is similar. The second WWF gave Bret Hart the legal ramifications to say no to anything they put forward, that is on Vince McMahon's head for doing that in the first place.
Did Bret have more control over any other wrestler at this point in time?
Bret had legal control over his exit from the company. So basically, if he didn't want to put anyone over on his way out, he didn't have to. Despite the fact that obviously the time-honored tradition is you had to leave the place better than you found it, kind of. Right, so essentially you put someone over. But he didn't want to put Shawn over because Shawn said to him that he wouldn't put him over. And they're all children, basically. They're all big, muscly children. Big meaty children slapping children meat, which doesn't slap any cheek.
Which makes Tom a little stiff.
That's not PG, Tony.
Make your dick stiff.
Well, not on that line specifically, because that would get my hard drive checked.
I think it's a shame it ended the way it did, but
yeah.
Shawn shouldn't have been a prick. Vince shouldn't have been a prick. Bret shouldn't have been a prick, but he was legally right to do so. So Vince is still in the wrong. Regardless.
At the end of the day, 4 months after Shawn Michaels gets injured and is gone for however many years, so it's like
yes, the real irony of it, or the backfire, is Vince McMahon had a choice. Basically, is he going to go down a more traditional wrestling route or side with Shawn and basically do the Attitude Era? And he basically chose to side with Shawn. And then Shawn ended up getting injured, career-ending injury for 4 years. So not really, you know what I mean. So basically, by WrestleMania, both of them are gone. And Vince had neither. He didn't have his boyfriend or Bret. Allegedly.
But he did have Uncle Pat.
We've always got Uncle Pat. And so does the legal court system.
And your other Uncle Briscoe.
Sergeant Slaughter's still there.
Do we want to know what Shane thinks of Uncle Pat? The secrets that he knows?
Oh my God.
That's why Shane got to do what he wanted to do. It wasn't. It's not mysterious after Pat dies. As Shane takes a back seat.
I hate myself for encouraging this, but I'm always going to.
But it's so funny. It's like Shane wanted. He wanted a UFC event. So it's like, nope, you can't do that.
Vince McMahon probably would have been a lot better off had he said yes.
Instead of doing, instead of spending all that
WWE.
money on the XFL, he wasted so much money on that twice.
All his profit from year 2000 is what he spent on it.
It's just amazing what he spent on it.
Right, that being said, I need to go to bed.
Alright, guys, well, I guess Tom is tired and Russ is getting tired as well. Well,
Tony needs to go to Walmart.
It's been a good chat talking with you guys.
Yeah,
These Watchalongs were really cool.
Good pay-per-view.
It was really cool being out some nostalgia.
Outside.
Given the fact that, it's been a long time since this happened. I figured that why not do a watch-along from Survivor Series 97. It was like most of my childhood was based on this pay-per-view. And I remember, I will never forget it because it was that impactful, that shocking, that controversial ending. And Russ, Tom, and Tony, thanks for being around.
Yep.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. On to the next one, I guess. Take it easy and see you guys soon. Bye. Right.